Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Good Keyboard Friends podcast, episode 43. And I am one of your co-hosts. Oh, shit.
Are you sure you're not a guest?
Well, for a second, I thought Simon's video was frozen because he held his copy for the long. Did you do that on purpose, right?
Do you know, there's a YouTube channel I follow, and they do this at the end of every episode. It's called Project Binky, and what they do is they're like making a car.
Sorry, I just ate a croissant, by the way.
And at the end of every episode, they'll just like pause with like a magazine and a book and try not to laugh like 20, 30 seconds. It's quite funny.
Let's steal it. I am joined by one of my co-hosts, Black Simon, and an amazing guest, someone that everybody knows and loves, Mr. Jae, Mr. Prototypist himself. Hello, Jae. And this is December 14th, 2025. This will come out sometime in January, but this was our last scheduled episode. Before we take a mini break, we let the backlog catch up and things like that. So this will be a very fun episode just to ask what everybody is doing, things like that. And a special surprise. I won't spoil it now, but Jae has something awesome in store for us. But
he's going to show us his massive and we're going to love it.
To start things off, Mr. Simon, how have you been, and are you freezing your balls off like me?
Oh, it's nippy out there. Without fully doxing myself, what's the weather in Rochester, Minnesota? -7 Fahrenheit. So that's like -23 Celsius.
Yeah.
It's cold out there. It's fucking cold, dude. It's cold.
That's cold. That's colder than we ever get it in the UK. Like Hubert and I were talking about a few minutes ago, and we get to like maybe -10 in a really, really cold setting Celsius, but never that kind of temperatures.
I don't know, Minnesota should get cold. I mean, both windows are basically frozen over. I'd open to show you, but it's just going to be blinding light basically because it's just snow and ice out there.
Uh-huh.
I got the little heater that could over here, little heater about like the radiative like oil heaters. It does good enough, and we got like heating in the house. We're okay, you know. I've got like no socks on, and I'm just wearing a shirt, and I'm fine, dude.
Is this a foot stream now?
The heating bill is going to be like fucking like 800 euros this month, but hey, listen, we're not cold.
Yeah. Can you tell us what has been going on in your life and eventually your holiday plans, your Christmas or Friendsgiving, whatever? What are your plans?
Well, I mean, I got to do Thanksgiving with my family, which was fucking awesome. Yeah. I posted just like little tiny snippets in the Discord. It was like the first time in multiple decades that like I was able to see everybody, and it was awesome. So like, I mean, that was my big thing. I was there for like 2 weeks in North Carolina.
Yeah,
the weather was a little bit different. You know, every day was sunny. Every day was t-shirt weather.
Oh.
In late November, early December.
Yeah,
you know, weather, cold winter.
Jae,
no, I think I prefer the cold weather. Yeah, I mean, we don't really do Thanksgiving here. It's not really a thing in the UK, but we're all prepped for Christmas now. So we've got like a week off. We're shutting the company down for a week. Monday the 22nd right through to Monday the 29th, which would be really nice. So I'm off to spend the week with family, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to chill out and just do nothing for a week, which would be that's really rare for me. I'm always doing something. So yeah.
Oh man. That's awesome. Hey, we met Simon's, we re-met Simon's brother, we met Simon's sister, and we met Simon's mom when he was in North Carolina, which was super cool. And like he always says, Jae, he looks different from the rest of his family.
Really?
I mean, I look a little bit like my brother, like a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my brother kind of looks like Daniel Radcliffe in like the 3rd and 4th Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
That,
See, I
like that very specific like face items on the face for some reason. He just like locked that in and just kept that forever.
Okay.
And then
See,
like my mom is blonde, my sister is. What's that?
I thought you were Middle Eastern for the longest time. Like,
I mean,
you know,
like genetically, I think I'm like really Turkish, which makes me Middle Eastern.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm also a lot of European, so.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
We mixing it up,
I'm
boys.
I'm Irish and British. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
My whole
you're just
family's from Ireland.
stereotypical white boy.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Man,
And
I
Hubert's got the fucking German. And what's the other side? Best Korea. Hashtag our glorious leader will never forgive you for your sins.
Gondo, real quick thing. Gondo thought that I was half Japanese, so he made a joke during one of the episodes saying, "If you were Italian,
look
you
a
would be the
little
axis of
Japanese.
evil." Yeah, because like German, Japanese, Italian. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Axis powers.
But anyways, before this is the last Good Keyboard Friends podcast. What are you doing on your week off, Jay? Anything specific with the family or just relaxing?
No, nothing.
You got to show
specific.
us tree reveal. That's very important.
Yeah, okay. I'll send a picture of a tree one week. We don't have one at home because we don't have kids, so me and my wife never put a tree up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're terrible for it, but because we spend Christmas with like my brother sometimes and his family. He's got 2 adopted children and my niece, so we'll go around there and we take gifts around there and stuff and do that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then for actual Christmas, we'll be at Sharon's house, who's my mother-in-law and actually works for PT as well. So we'll go around there, I'd say, on a week tomorrow, and we'll just spend the whole week there. We'll probably go out and do a carol service or something, spend a couple of days in the pub, just really chill out, relax, and do very, very little. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's needed.
I love this time of year, even if it's not Christmas specifically that I'm celebrating, just because back in the day, either during high school or college or just in general, a lot of people would come back because I live in the area where I went to school, middle school, high school, and you would see familiar faces again. So it's really like a welcoming time of year, even if you're not, a Christian or someone that celebrates Christmas. So I love it. I love it because it brings everybody together. No bugs, and everybody's comfy cozy for the most part, and everybody just has fun. And we see those awesome Christmas movies. You guys might hate me for this, but I love the stereotypical, Just Friends, for example, the Christmas rom-coms. I love that shit, man.
My wife made me watch one yesterday. The deal was we could watch the new Running Man movie if we watched one of her Christmas movies first. And yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It had Michelle Pfeiffer in it as a mum. It's like a new one.
Okay, so I guess I've been getting lucky because Kate was just like, "No, we have to watch the Muppet Christmas Carol," and I'm just like,
Oh, that's
fine.
cool though. That's cool. I'd be okay with that.
Dude,
Muppets
did you
and
watch it,
Scrooge, absolutely.
Sorry, what?
Did you end up watching it? Because like Jay said, that
yeah,
actually
of course.
Okay.
We watched it last Christmas. She forced me. It took multiple Christmases for her to like sell me on watching because like I'd watch Bad Santa once in a while.
Yep.
Maybe
good.
Home Alone. Always Christmas adjacent, not pure like Christmas. I think Bad Santa is not adjacent. It's Christmas. But listen.
Yeah,
It's-
but
it's-
Home Alone's adjacent and Die
Yeah.
Hard's adjacent. And
I mean, Die Hard is a little too adjacent.
it's set at
That's
Christmas.
like saying
I think it's
that.
fine.
You know what's real annoying? I open up Plex and Plex is all like, "Here's all the holiday movies," and it's every Harry Potter every fucking year, every time.
Yeah,
Because there's a Christmas point at it, but like it covers a whole year. Yeah, of course there's going to be fucking Christmas in it.
Mhm.
But like for some reason, people consider Harry Potter Christmas movies. I don't know. If you consider Harry Potter to like the franchise or the series or the movie, I don't fucking know. If you consider any of that to be like Christmassy, let me know. Like, do such people exist?
I bet there's some people out there that feel that. I mean, I can imagine that people have grown up with them and watched them at Christmas time as a family movie, and it's become part of their Christmas, thing that they do, their celebration. But I don't think it's a Christmas movie. I think that's pushing it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I never thought about that. Well, I can go first to give you two some time, but what are your traditions or fun things that you like to do around this time? For me, Charlie Brown for sure. Because the I always feel good when Charlie Brown tries to keep his little Charlie Brown tree. Everybody makes fun of him, but It's the spirit of Christmas and things like that. And then spending time with family, eating food. I think we, in terms of food wise, we take it a bit more. We make it a bit bigger than Thanksgiving in terms of making stuff and trying to go all out for eating.
Nice.
Yeah. Besides that, though, again, you guys are gonna hate me, maybe not, but I love listening to Christmas music in the car. I'm one of those people.
I cringe at Christmas songs. They're not for me.
Oh my God, I heard the fucking Mariah Carey song yesterday as like we were listening to some Christmas music like late in the afternoon as I was having a drink. And the fucking, the number one, the one that like every retail worker hears and then their heart like shrinks 18 sizes. I heard like fucking 8 seconds of that and was just immediately in pain. I was just like, I've never even worked retail. The last time I was in a mall briefly for Black Friday. Okay. I did the American authentic experience and went to the COVID factory on COVID day.
Yeah,
and
nice.
it was excellent. I got great deals on quite a few Christmas presents, actually. Like, they were super, super fucking good deals. Might have got COVID. Unclear. Like, I felt kind of fluish for a while.
Shoot. Well, before we get into that tangent, things that you picked up, what do you do, Simon? And then we'll go to Jay in terms of anything Christmas related.
So, it really depends. Christmas is all about who's there and who's around. Like, when I was in Dubai before, Kate had moved across continents to come live with me, what I'd do is I'd kidnap Paul every Christmas. And I'd be like, yo, Paul, come over. And I'd send him like a picture of just like a fucking spread of like 3 roasted chickens, whole bunch of sides, whole bunch of wine, like fucking like killer whiskey. And he'd just show up and we just fucking drink and watch Bad Santa. And that was our Dubai thing for quite a while. But then Kate showed up, and Kate actually loves Christmas. We had to get a Christmas tree in Dubai. So like I went all out and I got it was about the $20 Amazon special, where for $20 it includes the tree, the lights, the baubles on it. It's absolutely terrible. But listen, we still have some of those ornaments, and the lights technically still exist, okay? But now that we're here, like I went out and got a proper tree this year. I got like an 8-foot, some sort of fir, like a fancy one. It smells great. Wait, let me drop you a little tree pic.
So this in your
yeah,
Discord
exactly.
stream.
I'll drop it here, just so we've got it. We did get an awesome flamingo ornament. There we go.
Oh.
So we threw a Santa hat up top because I saw my brother do that, and that was super big brain. I was like, whoa, you don't have to fucking fiddle with a star. You could just throw a Santa hat over the top and it works. So I just picked up a Santa hat instead of a star.
Why is it in the middle of the room though?
Wait, give me a second to actually look at the pictures I just posted. It's actually not in the middle of the room. Like behind that is a fireplace, like a sealed fireplace. It's like a stove type dealio. And I just didn't want it too close to there, so we don't cook the tree, basically.
Okay.
It's a weird angle, I guess. But if you look closely, you can see the flamingo, which is excellent. It's in the next photo, actually. There's a close-up of the flamingo, I believe.
Nice.
Sure. Bro, before oh, sorry, keep going.
I was just gonna say, like, we are starting this year the tradition of like getting one ornament, like one ornament a year that's like decent, and then eventually you end up with like a nice Christmas tree like setup. But for the time
when you hit, like,
everything
60,
we have is shit except for that flamingo, and it's so sussy. It was like $5 or something. It's so sussy, but it's the first one.
Dude, you reminded me of something real quick before we get to Jay. I still have to do it, by the way. One Christmas thing that I love to do is to hop on RuneScape and do the Christmas event.
Shit, I haven't signed on since pre-sailing.
Oh,
I haven't signed on. I haven't had time. I've been working on like getting back in the keyboard business, trying not to die, trying to like actually make some sort of income to not like starve to death. What else? Oh, I was in North Carolina for 2 weeks. That didn't help. And I tried to like plan ahead so I could take as much work with me as I could, and I didn't take nearly enough work with me. which was unfortunate. It's such a old man problem to have of, oh no, I traveled for 2 weeks and I couldn't get enough work done and now I'm upset. I should have come back earlier. But I got a really good deal on the plane ticket, so I can't really change my dates.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it together. Maybe not. The
We could.
Christmas event.
We could.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do that too.
Jay, tell me before it gets too sussy. What are your Christmas things?
So my favorite thing about Christmas is when we go around to like my mother and father-in-law's, like the whole family kind of descends on their place for Christmas. So
yeah.
And like growing up, I never had that. It was kind of like me, my mum, and my brother, and there was just the three of us. And don't get me wrong, I loved Christmases back then, but it's just a little bit different now that there's like 10 to 15 to 20 of us, depending on what day it is. So one of my favorite things is when the board games come out, because I love board games, but I don't ever have time to play them with people. And I don't know enough people in real life. And online, it's never quite as good. I mean, I'm in a Dungeons and Dragons group, but it's not quite the same as being sat in the same room and playing a board game, even if everyone's, falling out over it or whatever. That's half the fun. So my favorite thing is to be able to play board games, but it has got me into trouble a few times over the years. So the very first year I met my mother and father-in-law, I'd met them once before, and I met them in like the October when my now wife finished university the year for university, and she was like packing up her student home and getting ready to go back home for whatever and do stuff like that. And I met them once for about 10 minutes as they were packing the car up at that point. Never met them before, and they were like, "Do you want to come round and spend a week with us at Christmas?" The second time I ever met them was to spend a week there, which was kind of strange as it went, but it was okay in the end. And the second night I was there, we were playing games, and someone brought out Cards Against Humanity. Ooh. And I don't think they realized what Cards Against Humanity was. So after about 2 bottles of wine, I had to explain why my 14-year-old brother-in-law, Jack, had a card about cottaging. And I had to explain to the whole table what cottaging was.
I don't know what that is. Could you explain to the whole table?
I think that might be something you want to Google in private time, Simon. It's probably not something that's safe to put on here. But cottaging is the term.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, if you're into that, Simon, that's your thing.
The example sentence is, I was busted for cottaging, which, I mean, it happens. Sometimes you just get busted for cottaging. Shit.
Sure. Hey, you may do, Simon. It's never quite happened to me, but but yeah. So I had to explain what this, and it's a sexual act. Let's put it that way. It's a sexual act to this woman who is going to be my future mother-in-law, who I've never met before, my father-in-law, and her 14-year-old son. And my wife, or my girlfriend as she was back then, was just absolutely creased with laughter. She could not stand up straight. She was tears streaming down her face. And as she left the room to go get tissue, she said, "My card says dogging. Can you explain what dogging is?" So she just dropped me straight in it. So after having to explain what cottaging was, I had to explain what dogging was.
Okay, what is dogging?
Again, I think you might want to Google it.
Oh my god!
Wow, why are there like
same sentence?
These are popular British pastimes.
Yeah,
that's what they are.
All of these informal British English nouns that I've never heard of until today. This is great. I've just been like, the practice of watching or engaging in exhibitionist sexual activity in a public place.
Yeah, I mean, usually dogging is where you and your partner will pull up to a car park and you will flash your lights in like a certain orientation that is an invitation for anyone else in the car park to come and join you in your vehicle for. Yeah, so you are doing dogging quite well there, Simon. You are advertising your openness right now. Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go, exactly.
Advertising your openness. I love it. Oh, are there any specific board games that is tradition for you to play or that you love to play with the Christmas?
Yeah, so we do Monopoly, which is a great one for causing arguments. It's fantastic for causing arguments.
How do you even do Monopoly? Because the game never fucking ends until like somebody gets their head bludgeoned by accident.
It usually ends when someone gets angry and storms off to go open the next bottle of whiskey or whatever we're drinking. Like that's when that ends.
Yeah.
And then we tend to do one where when you've all had a drink, this is quite fun. You get like a velvet bag, and you put loads of little tokens, little items in there. Anything small, ranging from like a button to a small coin to the thing. You put maybe 30 or 40 things in there, and then you write them all down on a card, and you have to pick out the card at random, like out of a hat. And your card might say you've got to find the, I don't know, in America it might be the 1 cent coin. So then you have to blindfolded put your hand in the bag, feel through all of the things, and bring out the whatever it is. But then my two brother-in-laws like to get a little bit rowdy with this. They will put things like drawing pins in there or small staples, and as you're rummaging around, your hands just get cut to shreds as well, which is quite funny. So that's another good one that we do.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, just
Simon.
casually put like used needles and load
Oh,
of
not use
handguns.
needles. That's a little bit too far. One of them did once put a condom in there, which was absolutely hilarious.
Put a
That
grenade
was
in there
quite
that's
funny.
already had the pin pulled out, but is still being held
Still
by
held
like.
together, yeah, like an
Yeah.
elastic band. Yeah.
Oh no, just like held together by like the sides of the bag. So like if you just like jostle it a little bit,
Just-
yeah,
Dude,
just casual, just
that reminds me of the Milwaukee thing where we put the hand in the bag. And try to, like,
Yeah.
figure out-
We had that at the Milwaukee meetup where it was try and figure out what's in the box, but like keyboard edition of like,
Yeah.
is this a 65% plate? Is this a 45% plate? What kind of artisan is this? You know?
Okay. What type of switch is this? We've done that before at UK ones,
Yeah.
where we'll just throw 5 different switches in there, and you have to pull out the X switch, whatever it is, and try and do it. It's good fun.
I feel like I'd be pretty good at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I-
were.
yeah.
Absolutely
I
terrible.
think it depends though, because if you put 5 HMX switches in there, no one's going to be able to tell the difference between any of them. So, you
True.
know, it depends on how strict you want to be with it. If you had to do 5 different manufacturers and be able to tell which one was each, I think
Yeah.
that's doable. Yeah.
I know, but you can be fun with it. I could throw some like Utemu fucking uh tactile grays, which are like the ultra like huge fucking legged ones. You try that, your brain would think it's like some sort of like hybrid like Alp switch. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's if you think about it for
There's
a
a
few
game
moments,
there. There is a game
there's
there.
some real difficult to judge switches. You know,
Yeah.
like how big of a difference is there really between
I think a lot of people in this hobby think they're really good at identifying switches, but I think if you did it in a bag or in a box where you couldn't see and you just had a single switch to press and it wasn't with a keycap or in a plate, I think people would really struggle. I think you'd really struggle.
Well, hey, leading into the surprise, I'll start with Simon and then go with the Jay. Any updates in terms of keyboards? I want to specifically ask you because I joined a couple weeks ago the CCRSEX and any keyboard related projects, anything you're doing, Blackdrop in general, Simon. What have you been up to? Because you've been a busy guy.
Yeah, I mean, Blackdrop is now officially live, blackdrop.net. It's a website where a lot of things happen, but predominantly it's meant to be like a place where I run my projects and I do it in kind of like, it's a hybrid of like kind of like Kickstarter, kind of like Mass Drop, but not shit. Like the concept is, if you click on the CCRSEX concept is a whole bunch of people pledge in advance. So like you pay in advance, like $50 or $10 or whatever it is for the project to be like, yo, I want to buy this. And then that allows me or whoever's running the project to be like, all right, cool. Here are the prototypes. They're all sorted. Here's our timeline. Here's everything going great. And that money that you pledged in advance goes towards reducing the price based on the MOQ that we could reach. So the whole concept of it is like, as more people buy, the price goes down, blah, blah, blah. It's not unheard of. But
without having to do the tricky refunds, because we've done it in the past, and you
So-
end up having to do the refunds and you lose the fees for the refund. Oh man, it gets so
here's
difficult.
here's the thing. For something like the DCS 9009 group buy, so like that's starting. We didn't do pledges for that one, right? So that one, like I'm just taking money, and for that one, I have to do refunds because I considered the two possibilities of like how it would work if, for example, you had a product like this product where if 50 people bought, it's $10 28 cents, but if 75 people buy, it's $9 17 cents, as you can see on the screen, right? Then how do you do it? How do you keep everybody from being like, no, I'm going to wait until we hit 75 and then nobody fucking orders and then the project fails?
Yeah.
The only way you could do that is you say, everybody fucking pays 1028 and I will absorb the fees. So
I
like
mean,
I've committed to just taking the hit myself.
When it's $1,
I'll
I
just
think it's
lose
easier
money.
to do it
Fine.
that way. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but even for like the CCRXSE, that's gone that's locked in, but that locked in price is just a starting price. And that is, I think, 75 MOQ price that we reached on the CCRXSE. I'm not sure, but the concept is if we hit 100 MOQ or 125 MOQ during like the actual ordering process, then the price point will drop. Anyway, this is software that I built myself. It's still not flawless. It still needs a lot of work. I'm a one-man band doing all of this, and I'm kind of building everything from scratch: inventory tracking, order fulfillment, order queues, refund automation, tax nexus, thankfully, the one thing that like I've committed to from the very beginning of creating the platform is I don't want to have user accounts. I don't want to have user sessions. I don't want to have analytics. I don't want to have tracking. I don't want to fucking have anything. Like the whole concept of it is you are an email address. You don't even have a session. You are, I don't know, roast me at Prototypist or proto.type. Fuck, what's your URL?
Prototypist.net.
Oh, you're also a .net. Okay. So it'd be...
Yeah. We're at .co.uk as well, but it just forwards to the .net.
Okay.
So,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, conceptually, that's what's been going on. We ran the CCRX SC pledge period, which went well. It took quite a while for people to like come and grab it in the last few days. And it was that type of situation where people were like, I'm going to wait until the X price is reached, even though that's not how it works on the site. Like the whole concept is you can buy any time during the process and you will always get the best fucking price, is the point of the site that I made. So like maybe you'll pay $400 and you'll have to wait like a week to get a refund for, you know, your $50, but like you will pay the best possible price. Anyway, that went well. Now 9009 Fix Kit Group Buy is live on the platform. It's also live on Jae's site. If you are not in the US, I am doing only US orders. So if you're in like Canada, you're shit out of luck because I only agreed to do US orders. That's what I agreed to. And I'm doing it at a loss. Like I'm absorbing fees, I'm taking a loss on shipping. So for every unit that you buy, I'm probably losing like $1 or $2. But I'm doing it because it's a good project. And that's the point of the site is I want to, you know, I just want to give people nice shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's too small to do it to try and make a margin on it. So we're doing the same as you. We're just running it at cost and just, if there's a loss at the end, we'll absorb it. But yeah. It's doing better than I thought it would be, to be honest, because I thought it'd be quite niche because there was only a couple of hundred of the sets sold. I didn't know how many people would come out to try and get
I bought
the
like
fixed kit.
5 sets. I need to buy like 5 fixed kits.
I thought we'd sell like maybe 5 fixed kits total for the EU and UK, but we're like at 15, 20 now, I think, something like that. So it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, like
well.
I've done 0 promotions, so like I don't really have any orders. And I don't plan to do promotion. I'm sorry, that's not who I am. I'm not a vendor. I'm just running this to be nice on my platform. But yeah, like please, will it be live when you see it? It could be live. We could technically extend the group buy. It's planned to go to January 10th, I believe.
Something like
if
that.
If this video came out like January 9th, that'd be pretty big brain. And then people could be like, oh shit, let me join the DCS 9009 Fixed Kit group buy and get the best possible price.
Let me put that release before.
There we go.
Can you, before we get to Jae, can you two explain to me what it's fixing? Because I have 2 kits, the ball kit I bought from Candy Keys, but I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, so if you already have the Gorton base kit from DCS 9009 that ran like 18 months ago, there was some designer choices, I'll put it, for certain keys that not everyone vibed with. And this basically gives you a better legend on certain keys. So I think it's a backspace,
the quote,
a couple of the equals keys. I can't remember from the top of my head. There is a list on the link on the website. But
it's like it's a few keys that just so the nipple 5 was not included, for example. The 00 was not included, for example. The arrows on the original one had like the centered legend, which doesn't technically match the rest of DCS the way like DCS is meant to be. The quote key. Yeah, the quote key on DCS 9009 used a way fatter quote key, like the fatter of the 2 molds, which isn't wrong. It's just the fatter of the two molds. So this is the other one. Plus, it gives you the shine throughs, which
I think that's what everyone's buying it for. Yeah.
Yeah, like we didn't get shine throughs originally, right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember. I bought multiple of every kit. So like I have an Alps kit. I have all the Relegendables. So like, yeah, I don't think we had those. But yeah, like I'll be picking up like easily like 5 of those, even though like I'm not a rich person, but they're cheap. They're gonna be like $10. Shipping is probably gonna be more expensive than the unit if you buy just one. But if you buy like 2, 3, you'll get a discount, by the way, for shipping.
Yeah, I think we're allowing. Normally, we don't allow people to mix across multiple group buys, but because this one's so small, we've said if you're ordering a GMK set, don't place 2 orders at the same time for group buys. Just order these, and we'll just send it when it's ready, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just to be a bit nicer to the community.
Oh,
But yeah, I think the only keys that came shine through looking at the old kits were caps lock and stepped caps lock. So this now gives you the other 2 as well, which is good.
I mean, it would be nice. I can put it on my large. Sorry for my terrible desk.
his dogging board.
His
My
dogging
dogging
board.
board.
I love that. I'm going to call it that now.
It's ready to go. I could put it right there where it belongs. Or right
You
there
are
where it belongs.
advertising your availability, Simon.
I am always available, baby. As long as it's to help, I'm always available to help.
Oh, hey, you know what? I'm gonna grab a couple then because I don't have Gordon Legend ones. I have the cherry ones, but why not? It'll be fun. Jay,
I mean,
sorry.
like you still benefit from the arrows, you still benefit from the nipple 5, and you still benefit from the shine throughs, which is like the biggest, the biggest thing. That's what you're paying the $10 for. Everything else is just a bonus. And the 00 is fucking great. I love me a 00.
Yeah. All right.
Like
Sold.
for quite a few base kits, I would like this day pay $10 to just have a 00.
Yeah.
As somebody that like, again, I actually use the 00 before everybody's like, oh my God, SMH, loud men is loud for no reason. No, I use it. Okay. And when I press this, it actually makes 2 zeros. Okay. Before anybody's like, oh, is it actually bound? Yes, it's bound.
Fair.
Mr. J, updates in terms of keyboards and then when you're ready for it, they're surprise.
Yeah. I mean, we're just doing the same thing as we always do at the minute. Like, it's because it's towards the end of the year. A lot of our stuff that isn't already scheduled is just kind of winding down. And
people don't want to do business this time of year. Like, I don't want to do business this time of year.
Yeah.
You don't want money in as a business because it just fucking sucks accounting wise.
I mean, cash flow is king. That's the problem for all businesses, and that's why. So I think for us, we're just concentrating on selling the in-stock stuff, packing and shipping it up till Christmas, and then all the rest of the projects are now in the new year. I think we're just winding down for it. So yeah, but I've got a few streams coming up, are quite cool. Some prototype stuff coming soon. Yeah, nothing major.
Okay.
You say that, but then you have like the tiniest little smile on your face. Okay, nice fucking try. Yeah, nothing major. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the other thing I'm trying to plan for at the minute is a house move. Me and my wife want to move house, so that's kind of taking up a lot of my free time right now. Just speaking to mortgage advisors and estate agents and insurance companies and a million other things. That's just.
Are you like looking for someplace like bigger or like?
It's so my father-in-law is not in the best of health. He had cancer a couple of years ago, which luckily he's in remission for, but he's knocking on, let's put it that way. He's getting a bit old. And my wife wants to be a little bit closer because we're about an hour and a half to 2 hours away right now, which in the UK is a long way. I know that's not too bad for you guys in the US. That's still pretty far. That's a daily commute, right? But it's a long way for us to go. And where we're looking to move will be about 20 minutes away from them. Okay. It'll mean that I have one hell of a commute each day to get to the workship, but it's one of those things.
Just move the workshop, bro. Easy.
Well, that's the other thing. The house we're looking at is it's a little bit bigger, but it's in a cheaper area. So the house price is roughly valued at the same, but it does have a nice big barn in the garden. And I'm hopeful that at maybe 12 months down the line, after we've got the move done and successful and everything, we could actually look at moving the business over. But that's a future.
God, I would kill for a barn, dude.
Bro.
Yeah,
we could have like all the space I have in the world is this. This is all I have. Like I got enough room to like take a couple steps back, and that's it.
When we do what we're going to do in a little bit, and I drop the thing, you will see why that will be an issue though, and it's even more of an issue than moving house. Everyone says moving house is the most stressful thing you'll ever do in your life.
No,
I
I've
beg
moved
to
house.
differ. I beg to differ.
It's
you know
it's
what's
not that hard. It's fine.
you know what's cool, Simon, though, and Jay. I know obviously people move all the time, but the fact that AKB James just moved, Beasley moved before AKB James, and now you're looking on moving. Is it difficult in the UK in terms of? Well, yeah.
So it's not difficult. We just have the process for buying and selling a house in the US is very different to the one in the UK. We have something called chains, which it makes it really
Blockchain,
complex. So
what?
Well, okay. But in the US, what a lot of people do is they will get like a bridging loan. So when they sell one house, they buy the other house, and they have like a bridging loan that covers both, and then they'll move across, and then they'll sell their old house, right? And that bridging loan covers your old house for the investment in the equity from your old house into the new property for a period of time until you then sell your old house. That's kind of how a lot of people do it in the US. In the UK, what happens is so we have someone buying our house, and we have a house that we want to buy, and we will all move on the same day. So we will move out, and we will leave our house, and we will move into the new house on the same day, and they will move into our house on the same day. Now you can imagine that's called a chain because, as you can see, it's most long. But some chains can have 20 families in,
Yeah.
and you're all doing that movement at the same time. Luckily, the chain we're in, we've got first-time buyers buying our house, so they're leaving rented accommodation, moving into our house, and the house we're buying is actually empty at the moment. People don't live in it. Or hopefully buying. Like I keep saying we're buying it, but like it's never a done deal in the UK until you actually get the keys in your hand. People can fall out and like stop the process at any point. Just because you've made an offer, there's no legally binding contract. And even when you do have contracts signed, you can still break them in a certain number of terms. So until you get the keys in your hand, you don't actually know that you're moving. But it gets really, really complex when you've got like 20 plus different families all moving house at the same time. And it's kind of like passing down a chain because then you have to have one house move out at a certain time so they can give the keys to the next people. And then when they know that they're moving in, they can give the house keys to their house to the next people. And it's a terrible, terrible process. And it is so stressful because if someone up or down the chain loses their contract for whatever reason,
Then the whole chain is fucked.
Yeah.
But conceptually, the concept of the chain is cool as long as it's not like more than like 3 families.
I think if they limited it to like maybe 5, and once you sign the contract, that was it. Tough, you are moving. It's now just set down to a date, and there was none of these back out clauses.
Yeah,
I think it would work a little bit better.
Yeah, because like it's a cool concept because like you're not stuck out anywhere. Everybody gets to move in same time. You don't have to wait. It's fucking great conceptually.
Conceptually, yeah. But the other side of it as well is a lot of people who are moving underestimate how much effort it is to move. So people will get to their new house and they'll have the keys and they'll be ready to go in and they'll find the old people still there because they haven't finished packing and leaving. That happened to my brother a couple of years ago. He got to his new house and the people, the family that lived there were still packing boxes and hadn't dismantled furniture. And he sat with guys in a van outside ready to unload to move all of their stuff in, It gets really complex. So they then had to put all of their stuff in storage and give the family another night to move out. And then the other family had to then pay them. There was like an agreement in one of the clauses that they had to pay for the overnight accommodation and storage and stuff like that. And yeah, it just gets really complex and messy and it's not nice. It's not nice. If I could go to sleep tonight and wake up on the day we got the keys and just be ready to open the door, I would take that any day.
Yeah, it's the uncertainty and all the fucking random bullshit that could come up. That's what really sucks. Yeah.
And then mortgage companies, because I don't have an income, but I'm a business owner. Like I have to provide the books for the business to say that my credit rating is good enough. And last year on the PT books, because we had like so many companies around the world fail, we just rolled all those losses and put them on our books in 1 year. So it looks like on paper last year we made a massive loss because of Rama and My Keyboard and Mex & Co and all of these other companies that have had some sort of financial impact. It wasn't. They were all spread out over the last 4 years. But because that was the date at which my accountant said, look, you need to just finalize these and write them off and say you're never having them. It just all happened in 1 year. So now the mortgage advisors are looking at my books for last year and saying, well, yeah, but your business made a loss last year. I'm like, well, technically it didn't. and I don't take an income from the business anyway. So what does it matter? Like, just forget about the business and look at me as an individual and decide whether you're going to give me the mortgage or not. So that's the big unknown that's going on at the minute. So
Feels fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait for years from now to have that same exact problem, because like all my income is through like my businesses, even like my consulting and shit. I don't have an actual job. I don't have any actual income.
Yeah.
But thankfully in the US, as a single member LLC, I am the business legally. I am the same person as the business. So like money comes into the business, money comes into me, legally speaking. And my wife and me are also legally the same person, at least tax wise. So
yeah. Well, hey,
benefits.
Sometimes you can be let down by waiting for guys to unload. Like that's a situation where I've been in that situation many times. But something. This is the
that
time
when you were out cottaging? Is that when you were out cottaging?
I'm birding and cottaging. Bird in the hole, toad in the hole, cottage in the shed, docking.
Yeah.
So, the audio listeners, I say this a lot sometimes, but this is a real thing, similar to how Jay and Gondo showed us how to make coffee. You will want to tune in around.
You guys showed us how to make coffee
a couple of weeks ago.
I'll show you again today because the first thing I'm going to do is go make a coffee in a minute.
Fuck, I'd kill for a cup of coffee,
bro. For 41 minutes, 42 minutes into this,
can you fill this up?
Yeah, through the thing here.
Yeah, can you just do me like a double lungo and like throw like steamed milk in there?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
The audio listeners, please tune in 42-ish minutes into the episode 40, 41. You'll see on the timestamps. Jay has a surprise for us, something that he asked me if he could do, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is going to be awesome. Jay, are we going to do a workshop tour?
Oh, I've lost audio now, unfortunately. Give me 1 second.
Balls.
Jay's doing a workshop tour, everybody.
Oh, we got a buzz.
Oh.
Buzz is gone. All right. A little bit of background noise, but we're chilling.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Let me...
You're going to have to mute your desk mic because your other mic is functioning just fine, but we did lose secondary video on your phone. Okay, we got it back. Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm just going to keep saying balls. Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls.
Balls. Balls. Balls. Balls. Balls. Balls. Balls.
My name is.
Ball.
My name is.
Balls. Balls. No, we lost him. Shit. Balls. 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 No, he's gone.
I'm crying. I'm so. Oh. And with
It'd be real funny if we don't cut this out.
No, I'm not gonna cut it out, dude. I'm not gonna cut it out.
Balls. Is he using the headphones as the microphone? Because that would make life
No. You've got the Rode microphone connected. I've got a little Rode.
Yeah. Okay, but you just heard what I said.
Yeah, because the headphones are turned off, so now you through the phone.
Oh,
so we can do it this way. I just thought it'd be better if I could hear you a bit better, especially if I walk away from the. Right, how do I change the camera so you can see what I see? This is really terrible,
dude. The Riverside
it
app
can't be as terrible as the last couple minutes.
Jay, you'll see what happens in the last like the edit. What Simon and I have been doing.
What happened? Do I even want to know?
It'll be fun. It's just funny. It's something funny. We were saying something.
Why can I? Where's the setting to change the camera split?
It may be a Riverside issue.
So I can turn the camera on and off, but why can I not select the other view? Does it only want to allow me to have the front camera on? That seems sus.
God. Yeah.
That seems sus. Anyway, we can manage. I can show you stuff. So anyway, this is my office. I'm going to put the light on so you can actually see because I have the lights turned off in here. But this is my office. This is where the magic happens.
Oh baby. I didn't know that you were a wizard.
Wizard?
Yeah, you said that's where the magic happens.
Oh, well, yeah. So I guess we can just start in the doorway. So I don't know if you guys are a fan of Lego.
Of course.
You fucking nerd. Sorry.
Yeah.
But that's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon.
So we have that. I started to build this 3 years ago. It took me 3 years to build it. We actually were in the old workshop when I started to assemble it, but it's just absolutely gigantic. It's like almost a meter across. It's huge. So yeah.
Isn't that thing like $800?
I have no idea. It was a gift off my wife. She bought it for me, so I don't know what it was, but it was not cheap. Not cheap. And we have the first ever coffee that we sold up on the wall.
Nice.
Just as a little frame thing. Are you guys into vintage video games and consoles and stuff? Is that something you're into?
Hoff is
So
as well.
I kind of like collect old stuff. So you'll see like there's GameCubes and Dreamcasts and PlayStations.
Dreamcast.
Yeah. So I actually have two. There's actually a Dreamcast in here. It says Dreamcast project on it because I'm making a HDMI Dreamcast.
Based.
Just so it connects the more modern stuff. And then we do have like an old TV and a PS5 here. There is usually a couch here, but you'll see that later on because we moved it down when we did we had like an event here at the workshop where we had a load of people around and we needed a seating area out in the workshop. So that's there. And then we have a friend of mine, Chris, he took some pictures of one of my cars and made this for me, which is just super cool.
Wow.
Really, really
okay.
nice.
Where's the second part of that? Like what? Shit. I was gonna make a deeply layered Noxery joke, but I feel like a lot of people won't get it.
You can go make the joke. I'll get it.
I mean, something along the lines of where's the next picture that shows the shit? What was after the Porsche? It was just the exit there.
Yeah. Well, he had the M3 as well, didn't he? So I don't know. But yeah, is what it is. And then we have this unit is usually not accessible. This is like boxes of older keyboard stuff in my personal collection. But usually there's a sofa here, so you can't actually get to it. And that's because the desk is like on a rising desk. It's motorized up and down desk. So
yeah, it's a fancy boy.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have the basic bitch white girl but man edition PC case?
I have this PC case. I have no idea what.
Yeah, that's the Fractal North. That's basically the white girl valley stereotype.
Sure. I'm not massively into PC stuff, so I built that based off some recommendations in the Discord last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but
makes sense.
Yeah. I tell you what I do have that you might like. This is solid brass, and it weighs about 4 kilos. This is like a nice little lockbox.
Yeah, you can put your chugs in there.
Yeah. I take it dogging with me. Oh, I've locked it. We unlock it. Oh man. Wait.
Wow.
I might need both hands for this. There we go.
Yeah.
So damn. That's very fancy.
Yeah. Just something cool that you can do. You know, nice big lump of brass. Why not?
I like the GMK Led Zepp Round 2 deskmat and Beasley ZX, GMK ZX.
Yeah, we built this on.
Imagine typing on a gradient set. SMH.
Who doesn't like a gradient set? Who doesn't like a gradient set?
Me. You
can be wrong.
All my homies hate gradients. It's fine, dude.
It's okay. Yeah. Then we just have a load of stuff lying around, like lube pens and fountain pens. I have a thing for brass, so I like to make stuff out of brass whenever I can. So it looks like a vibrator right now.
Jay, have I ever told you how handsome you are? You're such a handsome man.
Thanks. What do you want?
Oh no, that's it. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. This might be a little bit more of interest to you, Simon, because over here I do have quite a few of my watch collection.
Oh, nice. I see an Omega. It's the 300 memes. I see what looks like, what is that? A GG de Coudre ultra thin.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not. So Amiga Seamester, and then these are both. That's an Amiga DeVille. That's I don't know. How
okay, I owned. I used to have like a mid 40s, like 1940s DeVille. It was super nice.
Yeah, and this is a mid 50s Seamester as well.
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so I got
What's
a couple of those.
the top left one?
It's
one that I
made by a
thought was-
company called Y Things. It's just like an automatic one that tracks like heart rate and things like that, but gives you a analog face rather than a digital face. That's all it is. But
Okay.
it is. Oh, the watch winder's going. It is. It does have like a leaf spring in the back that winds up as it turns rather than using a battery. So it's kind of like a cool thing, but I don't wear it very often, if I'm honest. And then I
Didn't
do have some more over here. There is
in
some
the
more
movie? In the movie, didn't Cruella wear the DeVille?
They're slightly different, but yeah. So there is a few more.
Why
in
are
here.
there just boxes of Pogs just chilling?
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But we have some cool ones here. So this is from a company
Ooh.
called Brew, and it actually has a shot timer for when you're making coffee in it. This
gross.
one is actually from the US, and it's the first ever watch that was approved for the railroads. So it's one of the ones with a tuning fork inside. It uses a tuning fork as a timing mechanism rather than a quartz crystal. So that's really cool. It's actually the railroad edition. If I can lift this off without dropping everything.
I remember
Sure.
you talking about it in the first J episode.
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
below Accutron. Absolutely beautiful thing, but it's railroad approved, and yeah, it's just a nice thing. And then there's
Does
a
it
couple
still
more
work?
Amigas
Does it
and
still
things.
keep time?
It needs a new battery in it, but it does still work. Yeah. And
Damn.
then there's a few of the Amiga, the Moons watches and things in there, and then there's another Seamaster. That's the chronograph version.
I see you're an Omega enjoyer, which fair enough. Like I enjoy some of their watches.
Yeah, Omega's probably the biggest brand that I go for these days. But yeah, I like watches. I like watches. So it's just nice to have something nice on the wrist,
Yeah.
The Pogs are because I was trying to, as part of like streaming, I was opening up a box of these, like a packet of these every week to try and get the full collection. And we did manage to do it. So this box actually has the whole collection of the 2005 run of Pogs. And I have even made, I'm going to frame it, I have even made like a case that's going to, at some point, be framed and have all of the Pogs in it, but it's got the whole collection there, which it was just a silly thing to do.
Can I
But-
just take a moment to say Pog?
Pog, yeah, of course.
It's just Pog.
Then we have Nixie clocks. I don't know if you guys like Nixie tubes, but I'm a huge fan of them. So we do have Project Nixie as well, a keyboard that's got a Nixie clock in it as well, which will be in one of the drawers in a second. What are you looking at?
Nixie clocks?
tubes?
Nixie
I've
tubes,
never-
bro. They show digits in a way that is different than a 7-segment display.
Yeah, it's an analog bulb. So each one of these is like a light bulb, but it has different filaments inside, and depending on the voltage you put through it, it shows a different number. So it heats up a different filament, and you'll see that like the 4 is further forward than the 0. Because they're all stacked together.
Wow,
makes sense.
that's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they make a wearable version. Well, they made a wearable version of this many years ago. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then just on the top, we've got some vintage keyboards and stuff.
Is that a soft Ronald? The superior Ronald?
Yeah, and then Rubik's Cubes and things like that. Oh, on the Nixie tubes, I made this a few years ago. This is a counter. So, like when you're outside a club and people counting on a little clicker how many people coming in, this counts up through the Nixie tubes, whatever number you dial on the rotary encoder.
It uses a rotary encoder. Oh, that's
like an
great.
old rotor or a rotary phone. Many people will not recognize this as a phone input, but I used to remember dialing on phones like that when I was a kid. So,
Mhm.
Yep.
yeah. And then playing cards. I like to collect packs of playing cards as well. I never open these, but I do like them. So I must have a couple of 100 sets around the workshop. All different ones and stuff like that. And yeah,
Oh my God.
split flap display clock. And then the drawers. Yeah, I can't show you the top drawer because I have a load of paperwork in there, which might be a bit dodgy showing it, but this is where I keep most of my keyboard collection.
Bro, that's awesome. Wait, how'd you get drawers that like can support keyboards?
So these are made by a company called Bisley, and I had them reinforce it with a piece of steel underneath and here as well, in like a cross shape. And they actually made me custom front panels as well because I wanted handles on them rather than a groove underneath. So they made me this a couple of years ago, but the whole thing is full.
That's so smart.
Cheat here, Pioneer TKL1, Lodestone prototypes. Yeah, AKB James's Petrichor, I think.
Yep.
Oh,
So just another lodestone JO2. Yeah, Geon. That's the raw one. Just cool stuff.
is that any key on? Oh no, not any key. Is it the signature plastics thing, like the blocker thing on the W1?
On here? Yeah, these
Yeah.
are 2x2 unit keycaps. They're relegible ones. They're not from Signature Plastics. I found a supplier in China that made them.
Yeah.
Did have them in stock on the
China's
website for a while.
China will do the like 3x2s. They'll do like wild big ones.
Yeah, I had this for streaming for a while, so like each one was like a different scene, and it was just nice and easy to press. But yeah, and then good old Sky Dolch keycap set.
So good. Oh, big boy, big boy.
The resin.
Yeah.
Engraved keyboard. This is the Athena keyboard. It's all hand engraved.
It's wild.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's all engraved on the base as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then have you tried one of the Keymax keyboards yet, Simon? The Alps Keymax?
Yeah, I've typed on one.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Wait, I don't remember. I know I have typed on one.
Just a cool project. Just the guy Willem who makes them. He's just a cool guy.
They're like ungodly expensive. That was the issue.
Yeah,
but the dude literally just like fabricates them from scratch in his own living room or something.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I have one with salmon Alps and one with brown Alps.
Based. I can hear how tactile those Alps are.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's that. I mean, it goes on, but you know, I'm going to hurt my back by going
kill for a fucking storage system like that. Shit, dude.
It wasn't cheap, but
I know that was probably like $6,000-$7,000 or something.
Oh no, it's about $2,000.
That's not fucking bad for that level of storage, because like a tool chest of that same size with that many drawers would be more money.
Yes, you're probably not wrong. And then this is the pile of shame. This is the current build queue. So this is a mixture of my boards and other people's boards ready for build streams and whatever else. It's just a mess of switches and keyboards. But
I'm familiar with the needs to be taken care of pile.
Yeah, the to-do list. And then I have my personal collection of keycaps. These are all mine, which is just insane when you think about it.
Oh my god!
No, you're doing fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
There's like 2 layers. There's like 2 rows, and I don't know.
It's fine. There's room for more rows. You're all right, dude.
Yeah. I've got a little bit towards the ceiling, but I'm only 5'6". I'm getting to the point where I'm struggling to reach at the top now. So, yeah.
Hey,
then we have
if you get it filled up, you can use this ceiling as well. You just pop off the ceiling tile and put them in there.
Just shove them up. There is a false ceiling up there, yeah, so they would go up there. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Most of them are older sets, though. I tend not to buy too many of the new sets on a personal level. It's more of the older stuff, mostly pre-2019, I would say. But is what it is. And we have the 3D printing station. So we do a lot of 3D printing. This is about as Christmassy as I get. I'm making like a series of wreaths. They're going to be a little bit bigger than this with fake Lego studs and things. So, yeah. But I wanted them in dark colors rather than in light colors. So,
what is the machine? I don't know anything about 3D printing. I'm sure Simon does.
This is a Prusa Core 1. We were actually the first company in the UK to get a Core 1, apart from the pre-release ones, like the production ones. I got a really nice email from, I assume it wasn't actually Joseph Prusa himself. I assume it was like one of his workers, employees. But yeah, we got an email from them saying that ours was going to be the first one delivered, which was pretty cool. And then it sat in a box here for a week before I even set it up. So it might have been the first one, but it was not the first one working, which is quite cool. And then, yeah, the top, this is actually a kitchen unit I picked up from IKEA. And we just use it it's just really good for like 3D printing.
That fits real well for like filament boxes. Like it's fucking perfect. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And the overhead right there, you could like, if you don't like, that's fucking great, dude. You can get like your drying boxes down below. You can get your rolls up above and actually feed them to a machine. That's fucking amazing. Fuck.
You just so originally I bought it as a streaming desk because I wanted for the cameras, to mount the cameras off the top and stuff like that. But I just couldn't get a chair that was like, because it's quite tall. It's it's 1.5 meters off the floor. It's like kitchen worktop height rather than desk height. I couldn't get like a chair that fit nicely.
I would kill for a desk that would be like at this height instead of like the height that it's at. I guess I'm tall is the issue.
So that's kind of what I've got here because we have all the cameras set up, but all of the camera gear on the back is actually connected to the arm. So it's kind of like all connected on a grid and rail system that bolts onto the VGA, VE, whatever it is. VESA connector, yeah. So everything kind of connects to that apart from the overhead cam, which is actually connected to this unit. So when I put the, is this turned on? Yeah. When I moved it all up, I can just have it as a standing desk if I want to, and I can just kind of like move away or whatever.
Nice.
And the only thing is this just gets a little bit closer, but it will go to full height and I can move the microphone out of the way and stuff if I need to.
So what cam is that shooting down? What is that, an FX2?
This is a Sony A6400.
Oh, APS-C shooter. Nice.
Yeah, and then we just have the Insta360 face cam.
Oh. Wait, you're using an Insta360 as a face cam?
Yeah.
You're using like that much of the field of view?
No, well, yeah, most of the time, yeah. I have the field of view edited right down, but yeah, it's quite fun. It's the one that's designed for webcam conferencing, not the one that's designed for out and about use.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with their shit.
Yeah, they've got a few different models, but it's like 4K and HD and whatever else. I don't know. It's cool enough. So yeah, and then this is the meeting table, which is covered in more 3D printers right now. So this is my old Prusa Mark IV, which the core one has replaced. And we do have the Prusa XL as well, which is the big boy, but it doesn't get much use at the minute.
So you enjoy your Prusas, huh?
Yeah, I think I've always been into the Prusa kind of ecosystem, and once you get into one, it's kind of hard to back out of it and back into something else. And then Bamboo Labs had their whole kind of issue with.
Oh no, fuck Bamboo Labs! Like so, I'd go Voron, like if it was me.
If I had more time, Voron would be the thing because I'd be able to spend the time building it, assembling it, and everything else. With the Prusa stuff, I get all of the geekiness of making shit, but it works out of the box. So
yeah.
Is it great? Maybe not. Maybe it depends. And then this is my kind of like shelf of just hobby stuff. So I'm a geek, so the lightsabers and Star Wars stuff. So I made those. The Lego X-wing, some PSVR stuff, and some Lego still to build up at the top. And a nice whiskey mug that some friends sent me a couple of years ago. Can't get the lid off. There is a nice whiskey mug in there. Some gummies if you want some gummies.
Yeah.
And then just pens, spare switches, books, watches, more watches, some more of the Moon's watches in here. A toaster because you've got to have a toaster.
True.
People send me cars that match some of my real life car collection, which is kind of nice. They send me like the Hot Wheels and stuff, which is really cool. So they all get to go on the shelf. And then
down below is your KYC. Nice.
Yeah. Not mostly KYC. It's more business. Like there's a lot of tax stuff in the UK that we have to do, which is frustrating to say the least. But yeah. And then
you say that like other people don't have to file taxes. Everybody needs to file taxes, dude.
You should try doing what the UK stuff is. It is insane.
Oh, I'm familiar with like UK accounting.
And then out here, this is where we get into the actual workshop itself.
Ooh.
So so my office is upstairs. So we'll make a coffee before we do anything else because I'm gasping for a coffee.
Oh God, I'd kill for a coffee.
I think somewhere we have a. Maybe not. So this is the coffee machine. So this is an ACS Vostok. This is a dual group espresso machine. So obviously it's designed for more of a cafe environment, but we get through that much coffee. So we've got a couple of decent grinders here as well, decaf and full fat. But this is my own coffee as well that we roast. So yeah, which is quite fun. And then we have the Vesta board above. So this shows every time someone makes an order on the website, it updates, it gives us like times and stuff. It's like a clock and it's like an old ticker board, from train stations and things like that back in the day.
Yeah, but it's not. It's the modern $5,000 version.
It's not. I don't think it's that much money, but yeah, it's
No,
fun and
it's like
cool and it
2,400
updates.
or something. I think the $5,000 is for the RGB.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, it does have like you can put rainbow like flaps on it. Some of the flaps do have like rainbow colors on, which is quite fun. But yeah, so this is a coffee machine. So I'm going to make a coffee because I am ready for a drink now. So I'm going to try and
Yes.
find a way of. I did have a selfie stick somewhere, but I've kind of misplaced it. Let me see if I can find something to use for that.
Does the board make the sound?
It does, yeah. If you order something off the website, Hubert, you'll hear it go around.
Oh, hurry.
Don't do it. No.
I can't find anything to hold the camera. I'm going to have to prop the camera up. I'm going to use my tool. I've got a tool bag out that's on this side, so I'm going to try and prop it up. Let's see if that shows the. Is that good enough? Is that going to balance?
All right, now here's the thing. Can I make a coffee faster than Jay can? Probably.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. I'm all.
Wait, so
I got a steam milk for mine, so like make sure he's got a steam milk for his.
Jay? Oh fuck. No one can hear me. Hello? The audience, all by myself.
You should be able to hear me. I think the mic will reach that far.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can just about hear you, yeah.
I was talking to myself, Jay. I'm sorry.
Well, we've ground the beans and now I'm just going to tamp them and then we'll get it into the machine. But the cool thing about this machine is it's all based on lever action. So I'll try and show you. So as I put the portafilter in, I'm going to pull this lever down. So I'm priming it right now by my own strength, by my own manual energy.
Yeah.
And then we leave it to pre-infuse for a couple of seconds and then we release it. And you'll see the lever is just going to slowly tick back and release the coffee. But that's effectively using my mechanical motion to generate the pressure needed to brew the coffee.
Uh-huh. Ooh. The audience that may think it's kind of far away, that's totally fine because in the Gondo and Jay episode, it was a close-up. So don't worry about it. Oh.
Now I'm just steaming the milk alongside it.
Yeah.
That actually ran a bit quick, did that show. It should have been a bit slower, but.
Oh, that was a cool sound.
That's just the steam one, the purging at the end.
Oh man. Do you remember how many coffees you made for the anniversary or the open house?
So I wasn't making the coffees for that, but I did have some people in doing it. I think we made about 300 coffees in the same day.
Wow. That is so cool. My nipples are getting hard, but I don't know if that's just because I took off my hoodie.
Nipples are getting hot.
Oh, this is cool.
I'll come and grab the camera now. So there we go. That's the coffee main. That was a terrible view from there, but yeah, effectively as you prime the lever, you're creating the pressure that then pushes the water through the puck. So it's basically infinitely variable because, well, depending on how thick or how coarse or fine you grind the coffee, changes the pressure needed to push the water through the puck, and you've already pre-primed it. So the puck is effectively directing how much water is allowed through it at what rate. Rather than most coffee machines that are pump driven that'll just force the water through based on whatever the pump's set to. But I do think that I need to adjust the grind a little bit because it did run a little bit quick. So yeah, but there we go. Coffee, not the best latte art, but it'll do.
Oh, it's so cool. What blend did you, or what beans did you use?
So we generally have 3 here. So this one is what we use today. So this is a fiction blend. I think I sent you some of that.
Yes.
That's what I'm drinking right now. So this is kind of like soft milk chocolatey kind of vibes, good house coffee. We have the decaf, which is a true crime blend on the other grinder here. And then we have sci-fi bag just lying around because, well, you never know when someone wants something a little bit different.
Yeah. And you guys have hot chocolate now. I saw.
Yeah, we do. We do Hot Romance. It's basically designed around all of the smut books that you can read these days. So we do that as well. We're working on whether we're going to do a latte. Sorry, not a latte, a matcha as well, and some other things. But we find these days that because we do keyboards and coffee mornings on a Thursday, we get like half a dozen people come every week. That everyone wants to do like a takeaway coffee after they've had the main coffees. We've had to start like putting on like a whole on coffee area now just for people coming, which is kind of fun. So
yeah. Oh, that's so great. And you had to bring all these pieces of equipment and things in here. This whole warehouse was empty. Correct?
Yeah, it was empty when we first moved in. It's 2,300 square feet. I'll talk a little bit more about that when Simon's back as well, because there's some cool stuff that we've done. But yeah.
Ooh.
In fact,
good.
Whilst we're waiting for Simon, I'm going to take a quick comfort break if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
I'm just going to talk to the audience. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is so awesome. Jay's amazing. You know how busy Jay is, how many things he has going on, other things that he could be doing instead of doing these podcasts. He's one of our staunchest supporters. Whenever I post something on Instagram, he likes it, and sometimes he even shares it. He's just a great dude. I mean, top Clack days. He understands what it's like to create a podcast and do all those sort of things. But in general, he's just a cool dude, just a great dude. We're very happy. I'm very happy to have him in the hobby, and we should support Jay as much as we can.
Hello.
Hey, Simon. Jay's taking a little break. I was narrating. I think you guys finished pretty close, maybe like within a minute.
I got distracted by a cat and I went to the bathroom.
Oh.
But I only made a cortado.
I just made a latte, so.
Oh, nice. Okay, see, mine doesn't look good. Mine just looks like coffee.
But it tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, taste is all what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Right, okay, so the rest of the workshop then. I'm going to show you the packing room first. This is where we do all the packing of orders. So this is the main door where you come in, and we have a lot of tape. Tape is something that you get through a lot of, but it's also home to ongoing projects, like a car stereo from one of the cars that I need to fix. My Shakti mat, I lay down on a Shakti mat 20 minutes every day. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that. It's like spikes.
Is that like for sexual pleasure?
For relaxation. It's for when I go dogging, Simon. That's what it's for. It's when I go dogging. Yeah. And then we have, this is Ozzy the Octopus. So I don't know if you've seen the logo for PT, but we have Ozzy the Octopus as our kind of brand mascot. And someone made us this. So Tom is one of our regular customers. He's a really, really lovely guy. And his wife made us this octopus, which is huge. So we've had that for a few years, which is nice.
Can I ask the octopus itself, how did that play into Prototypist? Any specific reason?
So I actually have it on the back of my hoodie. I don't know if this will work, but I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see the tip.
Hold on, I have another hoodie hung up here. So we have it on the back of the shirts like that.
Yes.
And that came about because of Crash. Do you guys remember Crash? He drew the big poster of all of the keyboard vendors a few years ago. Do you remember that? I have it on my wall. Yes, that one. So Crash drew that one. And at the same time as he was drawing that, he was sending me like updates showing the PT bit, because you can see the PT workshop on that. On that, and he was like, "Have you ever considered having like a logo or anything else?" He then came up with this as the idea. The Ozzy the Octopus is the idea, so that's where it came from. It was all Crash. So yeah,
that's awesome.
It was really nice. Yeah. This is kind of like a staging area. So we have a lot of Dynacap gear in these. There's a lot of bins and things like that.
Oh, baby. Dynacap in time.
Yeah, and then lube pens and things like that, all sorts of stuff like that. And then these filing cabinets, we came up with, these were actually here in the unit when we moved in. And we came up with a good use case for them, because what we do is we use all of them for all of the letters like this for artisans. So all of the in-stock artisans, we kind of like, so if you want the cat monochrome Salvan artisans, we have them in bag here under the S. And if you go to R, we have, I don't know, GMK Rudy ones, whatever. So we have them all kind of like set out like that. And then we have, this is a drawer of shame. This is when keycap manufacturers send you a keycap product that you sell to a customer, and then the customer goes, I got 2 P keys and I didn't get an O key. Or I got 2 enter keys and I didn't get a shift
Real
key.
interesting that, it's a cap set and a Milky Way set in there. I would have never guessed.
So it doesn't only sit with those. There is also GMK and other things as well. There's a load of dot sets in the bottom of here. There's a load of fix kits from GMK. It's not just like one manufacturer, it is every manufacturer. But like, it's just one of those things that people don't consider the thing that you have to account for when you're a vendor.
Yeah, breakage, loss, fucking returns, charge back, nonsense.
All of that kind of stuff. And then the rest of these drawers are, this is full of Rama gear, which we don't talk about.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Well, actually, do you know what, right? I am going to talk about it because it annoys me. We had a lot of customers in the past year that said, we don't want to buy Rama products from you, Jay, because we don't want to support Rama. And in principle, I get that. I agree. Like, Rama owed me a shit ton of money.
Rama's already got the money. So, like...
Exactly. That's the thing. I've already paid for all of the Rama caps in here and the Rama products in here. So by buying them, you're not supporting Rama. You're just helping me break even on the product now. That's the thing. But people don't see it that way. And I get it, but it makes it tough. It makes it tough.
I mean, people just don't want to, like, buy, like, they don't want to own things that, like, are from that kind of person. Which means, hopefully I can get a great fucking deal on an Oxery board soon. Oh, baby. I can't wait.
Funnily enough, he did text me the other day. We won't talk about that though. And then we had a lot of t-shirts. This is a drawer full of t-shirts. We do a lot to support Macmillan Cancer Support here, sort of plug in the UK. So we raise money for Macmillan quite often. So we had some like t-shirts made up in their colorway, and we wear them for like events and things. We do mountain climbs for them and stuff. Gaskets for an upcoming project and 1,000 million stickers because everyone loves stickers. More stickers and switch testers and a million other things. And then these ones are kind of like misc products. So I don't know if you guys know, but we absorbed a company called Protozoa in the UK a while back. And we basically picked up all of their stock. And what that meant is we got a lot of artisans just in trays like this, but with no boxes or packing or anything else. So we have like drawers and drawers of it, which we haven't gone around selling.
Okay, I was going to ask, is this stuff even on the site or no?
Not yet. It's one of those things that just takes a long time, like to kind of like go through and assess.
What is it? Is the first question. And then
I don't even know what key set these are for. Like, I have no idea what they're for, but we absorbed the company and we got loads of their stock. So I just have like, like tons and tons of these, whatever they are. I'm sure the team have worked out what they are by now. And then we have like a load of like, do you remember the Mammoth from Wook Studio a couple of years ago? We have loads of these are all brass knobs that no one bought. Everyone was like, we'd love to buy the brass knobs. So we stocked them. No one ever buys one. We've got 100 and odd of them.
Well, what have we learned?
Don't stock things that customers ask for.
I mean, that's like rule number one. It's like customers don't know what they want. Don't give them choice.
They don't. Yeah.
It's a fact. That's not me being mean. That's like kind of how the world works.
It's true. It's true because customers will tell you they want something until it's in stock and available, and then they don't buy it. So we have a lot of that.
Yeah, like they'd be happy with the idea of something, but like if you're gonna sell a product, you're like, here's the product, I'm selling it. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Buy it. Don't buy it. I don't care.
This is where we actually do the packing. So these are boards ready to go out on Monday. This is from the Theseus project.
Is that where the quality control is also done?
No, I'll show you where the quality control is done. This is literally just final packing. So these are all the boards with all of the bits that needed to go into the box for the customer. It's put in the box, it's taped, and then it's labeled, and then it goes on here because that's where the dispatch sits. So that's kind of like the flow.
Like, I'd kill for like a tenth as much space to like fulfill orders from.
Do you know what the process, like having a flow where it goes around the room and then finishes here? It comes in, you flow it around the room, and then it's done. It just, little processes like that make so much of a time saving. Instead of doing
Yeah,
everything.
the assembly line is like it's the perfect design of human suffering. It works.
Yeah.
If you need to get something done, you just assembly line it.
Yeah, and that's basically what we're doing here. So this is Mel's domain. So this is Mel's computer and desk. She picked this board as hers, which is a QK board and panels.
Very based. Very based.
Yeah. Printer. This is an interesting box. This is the box that's full of all the fix kits. So every time we get a fix kit that we have to send out to customers, some customers need the fix kits and some customers don't, depending on what the issue is, right? Some sets might have a 10% failure rate, but usually the supplier will send us enough to cover all of them if they needed to. And we have this box full of fix kits. So it is just absolutely full of fix
You should
kits.
just like build some fix boards that are just purely fix kit.
Yeah, there's another box, the yellow box at the back there is also fix kits. And then do you know like little small items like C3 daughter boards, like universal daughter boards and things like that. It always strikes me as weird that people sell them because we end up with millions and millions of them. And so we've just decided to start giving them away. Like if people drop me an email, you can have daughter boards for free in your next order, because we end up with boxes like this where it's just full. Like this is full of all, I think there's 30 in each roll. Daughter boards, and like we just end up with so many of them, and then you see them on some websites and they're like $6 a piece and things. It's why?
Dude, I haven't cleaned my desk in an appropriate amount of time. It's been like, let's say, like a month and a half, and I guarantee you, if I were to dig, I would find 2 to 3 daughter boards just on my desk.
Yeah. I mean,
they just multiply and appear.
We found a bag.
Already found one. Literally
like,
found one without even trying.
Another bag with 100 in here. Yeah, just,
oh my god.
Yeah, just the things you end up with as a vendor. This is all of our spare parts bins. So we have like a lot of we when we buy extras for like a keyboard kit, we'll make sure that we've got enough for warranty fixes, and this is where all our warranty parts live. So if someone buys like a Neo 60, for example, we have warranty parts in there if anything goes wrong, and we buy like 10% extra or whatever. So that's where they all live, and we keep them in here just for that kind of stuff. And then we have the custom PT GMK keycaps. We did the pink ones before. The new ones are racing green and gold, which is nice.
Ooh, is that British racing green? I don't have those. I think I only got the pink one. Feels bad.
Yeah, we got these for our open day last month, so they're pretty new. But I can send you guys some. Like we have plenty of them. But they come out pretty nice.
Oh, that's such a good color. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Irish racing green is excellent.
Irish, love it. Yeah. And then I do have a decanter in a box up there, but and some other things, but yeah, God knows. So yeah, but that's the packing room. And then out in the workshop, we saw the coffee area earlier on. That's just the toilet, the bathroom. This is where we keep laser cutting materials because we do a lot of laser cutting here. So these drawers are full of different materials like POM and felts and foams. For what we laser cut. So they're all full of that. And then, well, we have drinks because people need drinks. Photo booth just for taking product pictures and stuff like that, which is all lit up and has LEDs in it. And then and another Sony A6400 for the camera for that. And then we have these drawers, which these are basically my machining drawers. So we have every type of screw you could possibly imagine, and the whole set of drawers is full. So yeah, that's that. I have a picture of Brian from Top Clack.
Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah. This is the laser machine. This is where we make stuff on. So this is 1.8 meters by 1.2 meters.
What can you cut with that? Can you go all the way to steel?
We can mark steel, we can mark aluminium, we can cut plastics, acrylics, POM, PP, all of that kind of stuff. We make a lot of plates, like POM plates and things like that. We make a lot of like little gizmos like key rings for people and things, switch testers, all that kind of stuff, loop stations, whatever people want really. But yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. Server rack.
Ooh, there's Simon.
I see a server at the bottom, and I see some giggle patch cables.
Yeah, gotta have patch cables.
Oh, it's not that they're pink. It's that you went with crossover instead of like the
I was
the
just being
top
an
patch
idiot.
panel is in the bottom switch and the bottom patch panel is in the top switch, which
Absolutely.
looks kind of cool until you try to actually fucking move something.
Luckily, they are all labeled, so I do know what they all do. So I'm not a total idiot or reprobate when it comes to these things. But yeah, it was for looks more than for anything else. And then this is kind of like where junk ends up behind here. So we have everything from old snooker cues to golf sticks, compressor.
Holy shit, that compressor's got like 4 motors on it. Jesus.
Yeah,
that is a big boy compressor.
It's super quiet, but it fills really quick. The idea was I wanted it on for a short period of time and to really fill the canister, but without having like a massive canister back here because I wanted it to be portable. Because we plug air hoses in for like other things that we do as well. So that's why that's there.
Cool.
So, yeah, so but that provides air from out from the laser just to keep the laser clean. So the air pipe comes in here and it blows through where the laser comes out from the bottom of the tip here. So you're keeping the material clean as you're like cutting it. It keeps the material clean of dust and debris.
Nice.
So yeah, electric car charger because got to have it. Fire extinguishers so we're up to code. And then this is the big door. We have like the full loading bay door. My car's just outside here. I'll show you outside.
This is where Beasley and AKB James come in. Surprise!
I wish it'd be nice to have.
More realistically, this is where the Wi-Fi cuts out and we don't get to see anything.
Well, if I go outside, it will cut out. But yeah, so this is the outside of the PT workshop.
Is that a fucking like RS4 wagon?
Yeah, it's the RS4 estate. Yeah,
I didn't even realize they made an RS4 wagon. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, that's my daily driver. The license plate is RS4 Prototypist keyboards.
Ooh, so cool.
I got the license plate for that before I even owned the car. Because
let me just send some boys over real quick.
$200, approximately, it was like £140, and it was on one of these auction websites. And I just clicked buy before I even got the car. So yeah,
it was meant to be. That's so cool.
And then we have, so we had a bit of a party here a couple of weeks ago when we did the open day. So I haven't managed to take my liquor cabinet back home yet. So that's all still here.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just having a bunch of liquor at the workshop.
What's your favorite? What do you go for, Hubert? What do you drink?
I am not a liquor person except for in social outings, so I have nothing at home.
What about you, Simon? What's your go-to?
I enjoy bourbon. I enjoy whiskey, single malt, Irish, Scottish, but mostly bourbon. I don't really touch other spirits that much.
Okay, so this is probably my favorite at the minute. If you like a peaty whiskey, this is really good.
Oh God, no! Please, no peat.
No, you're not a fan of the peat. So if you prefer something that's a little bit more of a this is a Kentucky bourbon. So this was actually a gift. I don't know if you can read that, but it says, "Thank you, Jay, for the ride in your rocket ship from the SPC."
Baby.
The Twitch subs bought me that a couple of years ago for my birthday, which was nice. We do have some rum. This is from an Australian friend of mine. This is Australian rum with coffee liqueur in it, Bundaberg rum, which is nice. And then we've got a few other bits and pieces. We can skip past we keep these out because we have we do keyboards and coffee on a Thursday morning, so we have like a little bit of stuff out just so people can try things. I'm not sure how interested you guys are in actually going through what's on here. You can tell me you want to, or you can tell me no.
Up to you. We're following you. Whatever you want.
Okay, well, really quickly then, JO2, JO1 Final Edition prototype, compact ergo from Bowl keyboards.
Yes.
Blue Ridge, Kahaku, the rubber Haku version, TGR Mia, Neo 70 Manta from Bowl as well. Boomerang. Who did Boomerang now? Forgotten the designer's name. Began with an L. Can't remember.
Is it Lysol? No.
Laminar,
that's it. Yeah.
There we go.
I was thinking Leviathan, but I don't know why I was thinking that. JO3, the base layout.
so good.
SA Blackest Black, because you've got to have a bit of blacklight on your keyboard.
Yep. Very important.
Bias DE, more JO1s. Another bolt keyboard, the Oblique, the Enso E from Clever and Omnitype. This is the prototype for that. Neo 60 HHKB, ETAR 87, great keyboard. Dolch, best way to do it. BAE, what's not to love?
No, respectfully disagree. Next layout, black, white on black. Alps. Cough.
I mean, I would like an Alps one. And this is a
Alps next? Come on. You got Alps next.
We'll see. I got sent what I got sent, right? It was for build promotion only. The stuff on the back here is actually
you know you can buy one for money. It was like $260 or something, dude.
Yeah, I sold it, right? I'll have extras to buy it off.
Yeah, there we go.
I have to send this one back, but when we get the extras in, I will pick and choose from all of the extras what I want for my personal board.
Oh yeah.
The stuff on the back here is all my personal collection that I'm going to have to sell for the house move when it happens. So that's the current cut list of my personal collection that we're going to sell. So yeah, I need to sort through it and document it at some point. Then we get on something you might find quite interesting, Simon. I've got these boxes. And these boxes, all of these boxes under here, are full of keycaps. And they are full of BCS keycaps.
They're point of sale caps?
Some are, these are one use. They're in carrier bags, look. So these are the larger ones. There's just bags and bags and bags of them.
Oh my God.
So, yeah,
oh my God. Oh my God.
I need someone to come and help me sort these out. Jampot came to the open day a couple of weeks ago, and he has offered to come to the workshop. And I think by count there's 1 million keycaps. He has offered to come and help me sort through all of them.
Oh, Jampot. We have to have him on soon. Yeah, for sure. Jampot's
so
awesome.
he has offered.
Wait, have we not had Jampot on? Because he's been scheduled a couple times.
Conflicts with in real life things and
giggle.
Yeah, you should have him on. He's a really, really cool guy, and he's really nice. And yeah, he was here, and he's like, Jay, where's all those DCS keycaps you showed on one of your Instagram stories? And I was like, oh, they're hidden over here because we'd moved them out of the way for the open day because all the cars had gone, and there was kind of like a whole setup under here for tables for people to put their boards out. And he was like, where are they? So I showed him where we'd hidden them, and he was like, how much is that? And I showed him all of these boxes, and it's like 6 feet tall, stacked up. And he's like, do you need a hand sorting that out? I was like, dude, you are welcome anytime to swing by and help me out with that. So yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
The next bit, this is kind of where it gets into car stuff and DIY stuff. So like, there's all sorts of like replacement tail lights for stuff and chargers and cleaning fluids and tools.
Brasso,
and stuff like
oh baby, Brasso, let's go. Sorry.
Yeah, gotta love some Brasso. There's all sorts of like compounding fluids and bronze fluids and stuff. And
I saw the little sandblasting chamber.
Yeah, that's the parts cleaner, sandblaster that we use for stuff. There's like more taillights, steering wheel collection over here, and it's just basically full of car parts. Oh, there's this whole screen printing setup is here as well. I wanted to get into screen printing at one point, and so I bought a load of screens and I bought all the stuff, and then I kind of lost interest in it. And then
you can just cut vinyl these days. Screw it.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, and we have spare carburetors down here for one of the other cars. Spare tools and all sorts of stuff. And then we get into probably the more interesting bit, the garage. I'm going to put the light on.
Okay.
So you can actually see. So you guys might recognize this one first. This is a GMC K1500 pickup truck.
Wow. Oh,
so that's my only American car. This is a small block V8. So it's 5.8 liters. And we've put the back of the bed of the truck's a bit messy, but it's got like all sorts of stuff in it. But you can see we put a wooden bed in here, and the tank's underneath that hatch down there. And it does have like a tonneau cover that rolls over. I custom cut these myself and made the arches for the wheels and put those in and welded them in and seam sealed them in nicely. Did all the wood bed myself. She's on air ride at the rear. So the rear can go up to a foot higher, 30 centimeters higher. Twin cherry bomb exhausts, one on each side.
Oh my God.
And then here's the interior. So we put a transmission tunnel in so that we could have a modern display in the middle. And it's a THC 350 automatic gearbox, digital dash. So the dash is all digital on this now. But yeah, new bench seat. Other than that, she's pretty much all original.
So good, man. Oh,
Well, I'm going to have to sell this one, unfortunately. That one's going to have to be for sale. Yeah, I need the pennies for moving house. This one is probably, there's a really cool story behind this. This is a 1976 Nissan Laurel L200. There's only 3 of these left in the UK that were original UK cars. So this is one of 3. And at the time I bought my orange car and imported it from America, a friend of mine called Peter bought this one from a barn and he restored it and made it white. But at the time I wanted both cars and I couldn't afford both. So he bought this one just so he could restore it. And then for the next 8 years, every time he drove the car and put it away, he'd send me a little video of him patting on it and saying, "Good night, baby," and locking his garage door. And then he reached out to me 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. He was like, "Do you want to buy the Laurel? Because I want to buy a Honda NSX." So I was like, "Sure." And then 6 days later, she was here. So this is, I've spent most of this last summer rebuilding the engine bay on this one.
Ooh.
So yeah, so new triple Weber carbs, full fuel inlay, new breather pipes and everything on that. Still need to put the radiator back in. There should be a radiator that sits on this hose here, but I haven't got around to putting that back in yet. It's actually in the bed of that pickup truck. So yeah, but full custom suspension. So it's on coilovers, which we can adjust caster and camber because she does sit pretty low, as you can see.
Right.
Probably easier this side. Sits pretty low.
Oh yeah.
But we've got Star Shark wheels on this. So these are purple. I don't know if you can see the purple color, but they are purple.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then the interior is all navy blue, but it's a cool car.
Damn. Oh my goodness.
8-track player down the bottom.
For someone that's just a normie when it comes to cars, this is incredible. For me.
Oh, dude. Like, cars are my big hobby. I even have a street light from the traffic lights that are on a timer. This is actually the front lip of the car. So this sits on the front of this car. But where my Audi's parked outside, there's like a small hill. And because she's so low, the lip scrapes. So I have to take it off on when we drive it. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this car forward, actually, so I can show you.
Goodbye, car.
Show you the blue truck. So yeah, this is the silliest thing I've ever done on camera, but
damn, that's wow.
So this is a 1976 Datsun 620 pickup, which I found in Thailand, of all places.
Yeah.
And I made the roof racks. This is a stainless steel welded roof rack that I made. Taught myself how to weld on one of the other cars, but made this for it. And the idea is that we'll have a spare alloy wheel sat in here, because if you look, it's just exactly the right size.
Wow.
Just for cool shits and giggles. But I had some custom door cards made for this to match the Great Wave of Kanagawa.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That is so cool.
So yeah. But she's cool. New bench seat. Everything else is original on this car. The paint's on this car is original as well. So this blue, this is all original paint.
That's real fucking clean for a goddamn.
Yeah, for a car that's nearly 50 years old, it's really clean. She's on charge at the minute, just so we can get her started and moved again. But yeah, J13 engine, 1.2 litre, single carburetor. So nowhere near as much power as the Laurel has, but still super cool.
Oh man.
So yeah.
So awesome. So awesome. And you're keeping the 2, right? The last 2. You just
so I have 12 cars in total.
okay.
The only 2 I'm selling are the black one and the blue one. I think I already have someone who's going to buy the blue one. Because I have another little Datsun pickup truck that's outside that's green, and I'm going to keep that one inside. I don't need 3 pickup trucks, I only need 1. So yeah, going to sell the black one and the blue one and keep the green one, I think. But the white Laurel will never leave me. That will be, we actually had someone from Saudi Arabia offer me 120,000 USD for it because you just can't get them anymore. And there's quite a big collector scene for Datsun cars out there.
Yeah, there is.
But it will never leave me. Never.
Good,
I mean, it's just stunning. I love it.
Right. And which intersection did you take the traffic light from?
Do you know what? I don't know. A friend of mine liberated that for me. We actually this is quite fun because I actually made like a little control panel using an Arduino. Hold on, I'll show you. So you can't quite see it, but there's like a little rotary encoder sticking out here. So that actually controls it, and I can set it to do any. I spent like an afternoon making up every single traffic light sequence around the world, and they're all programmed onto it. I think there's like 80 odd of them on there. So depending on what number I set it to, well, so this is the UK one, so it goes red, then red and amber, and then green, then amber, then red. But then we can do like the US one where it's just red and green, or we can do the Thai, Australian, you name it, it's got it. So yeah,
That's great.
a friend liberated that for me. So yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jae is obviously, we know Jae is awesome, but the fact that he taught himself to weld, he's just like, oh yeah, I taught myself how to weld. So awesome.
the welding came from
welding is just big soldering, dude.
I know.
It is. It depends on whether you're TIG or MIG welding, but yeah, it kind of is. But the car I taught myself to weld on, was the orange one, because that was brown when I imported it. I painted that myself as well.
Right.
I painted the black one as well. That was all painted. So yeah. I just like to have a go at things and do new things and try things out. This is the sofa that's usually in my office, but it's now down here, and we have like a little seating area. One of the cool things, I did design and make myself an arcade cabinet recently. Because I'm getting older, I wanted a sit-down cab, but this is all Final Fantasy VII themed. And yeah, so I did the design, had all the artwork made up, and made the control panel myself and everything else. And there's just a PC sat inside the doors there at the bottom, but it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's turned on or if it's just asleep. There we go. So yeah, pretty cool. But we've done some cool stuff on this. So we have like there's like things on sticks where you can have like 4 directions, so you can go up, down, left, or right. And then modern sticks, you can go 8 directions, so you can go on the diagonals as well. So you have 8 positions. So one of the things I've got here is I've got a 4-way or an 8-way option. So if I press the 4-way, maybe it's on 4-way. If I press the 8-way, maybe you'll hear it flip over to the 8-way. I don't know if you heard that.
We're not going to hear it. There's going to be audio processing.
So there's a little motor in there that turns like a block, and that block turns it from being a 4-way to 8-way. So just kind of like a little motor that picks it up. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
man.
The TV dead.
Huh?
Oh, what fun!
It is to ride.
See if it comes up. It's clearly dead. Oh no, there we go.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, yeah. So this is this is all of the arcade system. So you can select all of the different.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's so much fun. I'd spend like hours just sitting on there on break or something.
I think it's got 120,000 games on it now.
Oh my god!
So every single system you can think of. Yeah, just tons of stuff on there. But yeah, that's kind of fun. What else can I show you? Well, there's still all the stuff over here. So there's another espresso machine down here, and more coffee gear, microwave and ice machine, because you've got to have an ice machine. Apparently, I was told when I became a vendor, you're supposed to buy an ice cream machine, but I fucked up and I just bought an ice making machine instead, so I got it really wrong. I don't know how to fix that, but yeah.
I mean, no, you got the ice machine. Now you just need a cream machine, and like
okay,
put them together.
Is that when we go cottaging, we find the cream machine?
I mean, like, I recently started vendoring, so like maybe we should both buy a cream machine together, if you know what I mean.
Excellent. Yeah. You let me know which model you're looking at, and I'll check it out. And then we get to the boring stuff. So this is kind of like where we have a load of stock. So we also have stock upstairs, because I did build the mezzanine myself with a friend. We actually bought all of the steels and designed it ourselves and built the whole floor ourselves, like giant Meccano, which is really good fun. But we have like everything from, just stock everywhere. These are all switch bins. So these tend to be full of, I don't know, switches. That's how we pack them. So like if we're going to count out like 30 switches, we'll get one of these trays, and then we'll like scoop.
Oh.
This is really bad because I'm doing it with my left hand. But then we know we have exactly
that actually works.
Switches.
Dude.
Holy shit. Bro. Yeah, that was an idea that came from James AKB and I on a phone call about 5 years ago. Go show me your method.
Right. So my method for getting 30 switches Flat.
Yeah,
That's 30.
and then
That's
that's
30.
like 10 or 12, right? Oh, is it 30? Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I'll keep these in view.
Oh, here we go.
It's not 30. This is like 18.
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It was exactly 18.
Wow.
Like, I can count
Well
switches
done.
pretty fucking well.
There's some
Yeah.
Rain Man shit going on there. That's awesome.
Oh, no.
I-
It's just like I've fondled switches for so long. I could just grab 100 switches
you
with
do
my
get a
hands.
feel for it. Like I'm pretty good at putting my hand in and getting 10 because like if someone orders 70 switches, it's 2 blocks of 30 plus 10, so you get kind of used to it. But the little tool came out from a conversation with James AKB. So he designed these, and we were talking about when we used to go to, if I remember rightly, we were talking about when we used to go to the shops and get sweets and stuff. And there was this shop near me, and they used to do Maltesers by the pound, but you used to get so many Maltesers. And they had like a little tray that you rolled the sweets onto, and then they poured them into a bag. And then James designed this, and I 3D printed it, and we've used them ever since. I think we've got like 10 or 12 in line around, but it's a cool idea where it came from.
Yeah,
So,
that's like amazing. Holy shit.
yeah. This is where we do QC. So there's like there is like a whole load of foldable tables down here as well that we use, and we kind of like have like a production line. So we'll lay everything out as parts on here, and then what we'll generally do is across the front of the workshop we'll have like a conveyor belt of fold-out tables where we go through and we pick and pack every single part. So there might be a pile of PCBs, there might be a pile of daughter boards, there might be a pile of gaskets, pile of screws, pile of whatever we need, and then we take the color board that the customer's ordered and we go down the line to pack everything. But effectively, we always start it here, which is quite fun. And again, I built this table. I needed a workshop table, so I built this a few years ago out of some scrap wood, put some casters on it. But yeah. And then this is where all of the vintage boards live.
Poor
Oh,
vintage
man.
boards.
Tanghus is going to take
Yeah.
all those boards.
Yeah, there is some really cool ones here. So this is one of my childhood boards. So this is probably my first experience of cherry keycaps. This is an old Commodore PC 510. I have the PC 5 as well. So the difference between the two was determined how many keys you got above the number. It was either 3 or 4. But this is where the idea for the JO1 having F keys came from, you know, an XT column. This was the very first keyboard I ever had that had an XT column back in like the late 80s. And this is kind of what drove me to it. So yeah, but we have a ton of stuff.
Has Admiral Shark ever visited the warehouse?
No, I don't think he's ever been here. I do know him, but I wouldn't say we are like friendly or anything. We were acquaintances at best, but yeah, he'd be more than welcome at any time. We do have there's a Model M there. This is kind of fun. You might recognize this one. Oh, this is an old high screen laptop. Let me see if I can open this. I might need both hands.
Does this have the half-sized Alps in it?
No, it has something a little bit different to that. Let's see, hold on. I'm going to have to put the phone down to open it.
Yeah.
So this is the old high screen B200. And
it's got buckling sleeves.
No, they're cherry, but they're interesting. Just going to grab a switch puller. Try and do this left-handed now. These are Cherry MX Dark Blues.
Oh, nice.
So
what are those?
As far as I know, these are the only boards that they were ever produced on. Yeah, dark blue clickies.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some cool stuff here. We picked up some fun things of these. We do have one old, here it is actually. This, I've not found another one of these yet, but this is factory Arabic sublegends.
Ooh. Oh, I've seen one of these.
Yeah, this is the only one I know
of. They are very rare. They are very rare.
Super, super cool though.
Wow. Yeah, Arabic sublegends were kind of like, I mean, not common because like, I think what's like in terms of like countries at the time when like, you know, Salmon Alps and Orange Alps were happening that were actually, you know, buying computers, very few would like want Arabic as opposed to something like, you know, European language, which makes it like it's the Japanese keyboard specifically where like you'll struggle to find Arabic for like IBM stuff, not as rare.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of like new old box stuff down there as well, like cherry stuff with vintage things. And yeah, I think pretty much, I think at one point I was trying to collect all of the OG Dysub keyboards. So I had like Polish and Swedish and Swiss, Belgian, and a few others. And then Photech came to the workshop a couple of years ago, and in exchange for some cash, liberated some of those boards from me. But yeah, it's always fun to try and collect stuff. So yeah.
I have to blow my nose real quick. Give me like 30 seconds, and then I have a question.
worries.
But just keep talking.
Sure, I'll show you upstairs next, because this is where we keep all the stock. This is probably the most boring bit, because there's probably nothing that of interest to anyone here. But
I mean, it's boxes.
Yeah,
keyboards.
just tons and tons of stuff. What JSTs like? I told you we've got millions of these.
Oh my god!
Like you just accumulate stuff like that over time. The dog bed's here because the dog likes to come up and sleep exactly there. She likes to climb on and sleep exactly here. So we have a dog bed there for her.
GMK enjoyer confirmed.
She loves GMK. Yeah, she's a bit of a snob. She won't try anything else. And then, yeah, well, you can see it's just a storage warehouse after this. So it's a bit of a nightmare. But well, yeah, hard to keep track of everything sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah, just stock. You guys don't want to see that, really. That's you can see the stock easier looking on the website.
Yeah, I mean, stock is like it's the same shit with every single vendor. I guarantee, like, you've got deskmats in there that are like 7 years old.
Probably. We've probably got key sets that are that old as well.
Oh shit! Okay, those are the rough ones.
Dead stock is probably the biggest killer of vendors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's the trade-off. If you're going to do in stock / extras, you're picking up that risk instead of the customer picking up that risk.
Yeah, there was so back in 2023, I wrote a blog post where I said we're going to try and move not completely away from the group buy model to more of an in-stock model. And to be fair, we did do that, and we have more in stock now than group buys we've ever run total, I think, and we've run close to 700 group buys now across PT.
Nice.
But you take a risk every time you stock a product for in stock that it either sells or it doesn't, and the sales that you have at group buy usually are a good barometer of what might sell at in stock. Not always, but usually, if it sells well in group buy, you generally can consider that it's going to sell well in stock.
Yeah, but then that was the mistake that everybody made in like 2021 to 2023, where everybody was just like, surely we could buy 800 extras of this.
Yeah, but then when you're buying just for in stock, you don't have that barometer anymore. You don't have that litmus test to tell you whether it's a successful product or not. So you're then flying by the seat of your pants. And don't get me wrong, we've got it right. Sometimes there's been some stuff that I've stocked and it's just flown off the shelves. There's been a whole raft of other projects I've stocked that just don't sell, and it's hard to because when no one buys it and no one uses it, they can't give you feedback on it. So then it's hard to know why it didn't sell. And it's kind of it becomes really, really risky. So you're buying in as a vendor to a very different risk appetite by solely functioning on in stock, unless you sell out and you start stocking Newfie products or AJAE'S or Aula or whatever other insert Chinese brand name you want here. Unless you're stocking those, you are absolutely taking a risk, and it's a really, really different risk profile. And it took me a little while to get my head around the financial side of what that looked like, but I think we're making a fairer balance of it these days, which is good. But there's still projects I absolutely should not have stocked and should have said to the designer no. And the scary thing is we say no to more designers that come to us with in-stock projects than we say yes to. And
well,
still
that's how it should be.
Yeah, there's a lot we say no to, but then you still end up in a position where you're saying no, and then the designer's like hounding you, like, oh, but come on, everyone else is buying it. It's like, yeah, but I don't see it. And there's been a couple where then someone else has picked it up and it's sold really well. I've gone, damn, we should have sold that. But there's also the ones that you see other vendors then have and they can't sell it either. And it's like, bullet dodged.
I had a question that just popped up before I asked my original question. And again, this is, I mean, Jae and Simon both have experience, but it's going to be different for every person. Can you give some tips and tricks of how not to? Have you always been like kind of risk adverse in terms of vendoring? And Simon can pitch in as well, because you don't want to do what happened in COVID and like buy stuff and get stuck with a shitload of extras. What would be some tips and tricks you'd recommend for someone, maybe as like a smaller vendor and then maybe like a bigger vendor?
Okay, my top 3 tips. If you're sat there watching this thinking, I want to be a vendor, my first
No,
tip
you
would
don't.
be don't. Yeah, absolutely don't. My second tip would be make sure you've got $250,000 you can afford to lose, because the chances are high that you are going to struggle. And if you don't get, oh look, the vestibule's going actually. There you go.
Ooh, that was my purchase. I'm just joking.
It shouldn't be a purchase on today. Oh no, it's actually my daily results from Shopify, so I probably shouldn't show you that anyway. But yeah, so my second tip would be make sure you've got enough money that if it does go wrong, you aren't going to end up homeless or without food or water or whatever. I was really lucky that before PT I used to have a really well paid job, and when PT started to take off, they basically gave me a golden handshake to leave. So I've not needed to take an income for the past 6 years. I've just lived off that payout effectively. If I was to take a salary from PT, and I don't know what the average UK salary is, but if I was to take an average UK salary, I don't think PT could sustain that.
Yeah, you'd bankrupt the company real quick.
Yeah. We have staff that get paid handsomely for what they do. They get paid a fair price for what they do. And there's 2 permanent members of staff and a couple of roll-on, roll-off members of staff contracting. So we pay them a fair rate, but as a business owner, you come last at the pile of papers to pay at the end of the month. And often, certainly for me, it's never been in a position where I can pay myself to do this, which, that's just part of biting the bullet to do it. And then the third tip would be just be really, really selective. Make sure you've got a really good business acumen and a good proposition for understanding how your finances are going to be planned out across the group buy. What a lot of people forget is they think, oh, if I sell 1,000 GMK sets, $100 each, that's $100,000. The bill from GMK is going to be $80,000. I've got $20,000 left of pure profit. It's
yeah,
like,
sure,
well,
buddy.
No, you don't, because now you've got to keep your business solvent for the 9 months it's going to take you to get the keycap set. You're then going to have to pay $5,000 to ship everything. You're going to have to pay GMK a shipping fee to import it. You're going to have to pay import duties. You're going to have to pay maybe staff to do the packing, quality control, and all of that kind of stuff. You're going to have somewhere to do this. You can't necessarily do it in your basement or your spare room or your mum's kitchen. So people don't realize that you have ongoing costs associated with running a business. I think, oh, I've done a group buy. I've made bank on this one group buy. That's going to give me enough capital to keep going for the next year. I guarantee 90% of people do that math wrong.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, like I've done like incredibly simple math for like my plans now that I've like decided to like start like running shit. And my plan is like 4 big projects a year, try and take like $2,000 to $5,000 of like goal profit and like make that public of like, that's what I'm trying to make for me. It's not going to sustain me, but it's at least like worthwhile for running, said projects. So far, 0 of those projects have been run. The first one would be the NWO 5000. Everything we've been running so far has just been me testing the platform, testing the tech, testing the business model. And to answer Hubert's question, the tip is if you want to run or you want to start a business and run a business, you should be capable of running a fucking business. It's a job. You need to know accounting. You need to know legalities. You need to know fucking everything. And you're probably going to have to do it all yourself. If you want to be serious, you got to take it seriously. If you just want to, design something and get paid for your design, yeah, maybe possible too. You just got to talk to the right people and, be talented enough.
Right. Yeah.
But like, it's real fucking responsibilities, dude. I ran the extras for James's K3 as just like, hey, I'll run it. I don't mind. Like, I'll put it on the platform. And it was to like test some tech, and the tech completely failed. And I have to pay out more in refund fees than like I'll make through the platform like in the next like 5-6 months.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, because every refund was like $30 for like, $450 order. Yeah. So like every time you hit the refund button, goodbye.
Yeah, it's the same here. If the payment processors take 3% when you sell something. So if you sell something for $100, they take $3. When you do the refund for the $100 to the customer, they take 3% on there, and they charge you a processing fee for doing it, which is another 3%. So you're out 9% of the original sale price minimum. So you round that up to 10%. You've lost 10% for effectively
doing
never having a
nothing.
transaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, for not having the transaction.
So when
Right.
I pitched when I pitched Blackdrop and conceptually how it would work to was it Bull or was it somebody hit me real quick with, okay, so you just built a system to make Stripe money. Because the whole system is built so like if you do a pledge but then you don't buy it at group buy, then like Stripe keeps 3% of the money. When when we unlock better pricing at the group buy, Stripe keeps 3% of the money. So yeah, I've designed an awesome fucking platform that just gives Stripe money, guys.
Yeah, Stripe loves Simon. Yeah.
They do. They've offered me a line of credit already, and I'm just like, that's how you know I'm fucked up.
Opposite of that, because obviously it's fucking hard work. How does it feel when everything goes correctly as planned?
Oh, I'll let you know when it happens.
Likewise. Do you know what the best feeling in keyboards as a vendor is? It's when a project has difficulties and through whatever means you overcome those difficulties. And then you start to see the people posting on Reddit and Discord, and you think, "Oh fuck yeah, that's something that I worked on. That's now out in the public." Even more so if it's your own design. Like I've designed a couple of key sets and keyboards and whatever, and that's fine. But it doesn't matter what project it is. You see something out there or you go to a meetup and you see a board that you've sold or a product that you've sold, and you know you've made that person's keyboard, wet dreams happen, and it's just nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's super interesting that you say that, because we asked Sip something similar about collabing and working with projects, and he said the thing that gives him a lot of fulfillment is when you're collaborating and there's an issue, there's a problem, and you all tackle it together and you fix it.
It's much more rewarding when everyone kind of like works together. There's some projects, I won't ever name it because I don't think it's fair, but there's some projects when things go wrong and you'd be like reaching out to whoever's acting as point on the project and you'll say, look, we need a solution for this or that or whatever. And you just get nothing back. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to throw someone under the bus here. This happened with Eternus and the Oceanographer group buy. So what happened here was Eternus were going to be the US vendor and we were doing the rest of the world sales. And we paid them the invoice for the boards and everything else. And then they just shut up shop and disappeared. And we were reaching out to them like, where are the boards? What's happening with production? Where is everything? Turned out it hadn't been produced. It turns out it had been produced, but they'd only paid the manufacturer half the bill. And then they weren't going to fulfill the US orders. So the designer of the keyboard fulfilled the US orders and we footed the bill for all production twice because all our production twice and all their production once because I'd already paid them for the products. But we had no choice so that was really rewarding from working with Hodgie because it was a case of we actually got everything out there and got it done. But it was really disappointing working with someone who could just walk away and not send you any information or anything.
I mean, the likelihood that happens in this line of work is high. It's gonna fucking happen unless you're very careful who you do business with and basically turn down 99% of projects. You're always taking on risk. That's what a business is. You're trading risk for money. That's what any business is.
Absolutely, yeah. Or the opportunity of making money. Yeah.
Yep.
I think trading directly for money that makes it sound a lot easier than it is. But you're right. I think in this kind of industry, in this kind of hobby where things are still run by small people, in terms of their business acumen, it is a risk because not everyone has the knowledge or the pockets that are deep enough to fix things when things go wrong. And people often price things without taking into consideration risk. They don't have like a risk cost associated with the product price. That's a difficult one. Like for the US vendors, it's a little bit easier in some ways because you don't have as many commercial consumer protectionist laws as we have. So one of the things that we have to do here in the EU is if we sell a product, we have to support that for 6 years. Even if the business goes under, you can be liable personally for the product support for 6 years. So that means that we have to make sure that we've got a stock of, let's say we run a keyboard, we've got to have a stock of PCBs around in case someone's PCB dies in 5.5 years' time. So we've got to have that. So that's an extra cost that we've got to do. And that has a whole process associated with it, a whole ticketing system, whatever else you've got in place. There's costs associated with that. And people forget to price that into it. They think, oh, well, the production costs $100 for the CNC and $10 for the PCB and $15 goes to the designer. And they just add those up and say, I want to make $10 on this. And they put their $10 on top.
And
you know?
now they've made negative $95 based on the number
because
you just told me.
because one board's gone missing, they've made negative money, right? If you've got a 10% margin, that means 1 in 10 of your products can afford to fail for you to break even, and
Yep.
that's not a big margin. That's a tiny margin.
Yeah, I mean, like conceptually, like a risk / breakage calculation is something that should be done for like every project. Like we did the CCRSEX, which is a private buy, which basically is no profit, which means like very little like anything added to it. And there was calculation done for what is the likelihood that the top case fails to be anodized? What is the likelihood that the top case fails to be anodized, gets re-anodized and still isn't good, and that gets thrown away? What is the likelihood that a package gets lost in transit? What is the likelihood that a unit ends up scratched? What is the likelihood of QC failure? What is the likelihood of PCB failure from this particular manufacturer versus this manufacturer? If we were to calculate, how many solenoids are going to fail over 500 solenoids, and all of that is thrown into a risk calculation that makes the price higher because that's how it works.
It's got to be covered somewhere, right? It's got to be funded somehow. And sure, on the projects where it goes well, you might have 10% of extra items that you didn't sell because you bought them to offset your risk. And that's the good win story. The bad win story is when you bought 10% and you actually have a failure rate of 25%, and you go, oh, it's still going to take me another 15% to fix it. It's difficult to manage. And I think a lot of people enter group buys as a first-time runner and don't account for that. And it's a hard thing to learn how to account for as well, because unless you've got experience or unless you've spoken,
you kind of have to just like
you
guess.
You don't know. Yeah. Like I know that roughly across every single PCB we've ever sold, we have a DOA rate of about 1%, which isn't huge, but it's about 1%.
In my head, I calculate 5. I calculate 5, even though it's 1.
5. Yeah, we assume 5, and that's why I've got 1 million daughter boards lying around, right? Because we've assumed that, and it's just compounded over time.
Yep. But I'd rather have the problem of too many daughter boards than the problem of, oh shit, we've got X amount of customers with dead units, and now we're fucked waiting for weeks and or months to get a shipment in. So
yeah, and it depends on who you're doing businesses with as well, because like if we're working with QK or Neo or Wookie Studios or whoever, they tend to have a policy for replacement parts and DOA things for us. So we don't necessarily have to buy extras of those. We just have enough warranty parts on hand to fix them quickly, and then we can claim the warranty part back from the manufacturers. But then when you're working with other companies that are much smaller, they don't have that in place. So you have to buy extras to cover your failure rate. And that's where it starts to increase the price. So yeah, there's 1,000,001 moving parts. And if you're not sure about any of it, my advice is just either speak to someone who does and will hold your hand through it, or make sure you've got big enough pockets to accommodate any loss that you can't foresee.
Right. Well, I have one more question for both of you before we get. Well, do you have anything else to share? I don't want to cut it short if you want to share anything. But I was going to ask my last question.
You've seen pretty much everything here. You've seen pretty much everything here at the workshop. Yeah.
What does the toilet look like?
Yeah, I mean, that was my question as well.
Sure.
Is there a bidet?
Toilet tour?
There isn't. It's wheelchair accessible, but that's about it.
Hey.
We have a heater. We keep the mops in here.
There's 2 mops in there. That's how you know it's extra clean.
Yeah. Well, we have a system for mopping the floors because we have health laws to pass because we serve the coffee. We can have one mop for certain things and certain spills, and we have another mop for different things. So we're not allowed to use the mop that's for in here out in the workshop, for example. So that's why we have 2. And then we have the spider in the sink. Got to have that. Everyone's got to have a spider in the sink. Yeah, that's it.
Hey. Oh, that's great, man. First of all, my comment. Thank you, the both of you, for today and many times throughout either streaming or just comments in general, explaining the behind the scenes in terms of either vendoring or what goes behind, what goes into a group buy and things like that. Because maybe you run like 5 units for your friends and it's super simple and things go very smoothly and you accounted for everything, or there's not many things to account for. But if you're not ready for it, don't feel like you have to just go crazy and expand too quickly. It's dangerous and it's difficult. We've seen the 2 gentlemen, Jae and Simon, talk about vendors and products that have gone down to shit just because of mismanagement and and other things. So
I mean,
it's-
listen, at the end of the day, I think pretty much universally, everybody that came into this hobby with like the correct mental attitude and like the right the right ideas in their heart of like, here's what I'm going to do. I will make it right no matter what. Even if they don't have the financial means, there are people that decided very early on, I'm going to handle it no matter what. And then there are quitters. Just don't be a quitter is the important thing, I think. I don't know.
I agree
That's
with
my
this.
take.
I agree with this. No, I agree with it. Yeah.
Like,
The
I know
question
that like eventually like it's an event that happens that makes somebody decide to flip flop and go the other way and do the exit scam, but like there's very good people in this hobby, and we know who those very good people are.
Right.
I guess.
two of you,
I'm-
for example.
Huh.
I'm scared for the day that a good vendor fails because of other people's poor decisions. That's what I'm really scared for, because the community as a whole will probably, lambast them for being a bad vendor, and
I don't know.
I'm really scared for that. I think it's going to happen at some point.
It would
Well-
require such a huge oversight and like such a huge failure though, right? You're talking about a situation where like it's 1,000 plus MOQ like keyboard buy and like I don't know, the manufacturer runs off with all the money or some shit.
Sure, maybe. I mean, like for us, like last year, although it was compounded across 4 years, we wrote off just shy of 900,000 in losses to other vendors who'd failed. So that's That's 1.2, 1.3 million US dollars. And I mean, like it was spread over 4 years, so it was never all that in one. But
I mean, still, that's like still a huge loss annually in terms of what you're writing off.
yeah, and that was to companies like Rama and Eternus and Captus and all of those other ones. And if that had been another vendor that was smaller than PT, they wouldn't have been able to absorb that cost. We could only absorb most of it because I happen to have enough savings to live off. That
you specifically
cover it.
chose to cover a lot of things that a lot of other vendors, knew they didn't have the bandwidth and were just like, I can't do anything about this. You had the capability of doing something about this, and you did more than the something. But like at the end of the day, it was your decision that made it. Because you could have just
Sure.
been like, shit, we're sorry, but like here's what happened. We're not a fucking credit union. We can't just like invent money and give it to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, then that comes down to the laws in the UK, where we are legally bound to be able to refund customers or provide the products, and if we can't,
Oh
we
yeah,
have
but
to
I'm talking
continue
about
to
like
provide
projects that you've covered that weren't even yours, and you're just like, we're gonna make
yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
well,
come on.
those are different. Those aren't even included in that. These are just projects that we were on the spike for. God, yeah. I don't even want to know about that.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, is like if I'm in a position where I can help, I will.
Yeah.
Because it's the right thing to do. Like, if it isn't really obvious, I fucking love keyboards and I love the community and I love everything about it. And I will, I've made it my life in some ways. And I spend 100 hours a week plus here at the workshop, and I'll be sad when these days are behind me. I'm not an idiot. I know that at some point in the next 10 years or so, I'll be doing something else with my life, and I'll be looking back on these halcyon days as the days that were, where I had my own workshop and I could come in and choose my own hours and do my own thing. And
I mean,
play
alternatively,
on the
you could just like
keyboards.
full fucking shift into keyboards bigly. It's possible. Become like top 5 keyboard manufacturer in the world. Get connections in China. Do your own fab. Do your own designs. Enthusiast shit, but like not enthusiast prices. Big competition. Watch out, China. It's
Nah,
possible. Is what I'm saying. If you
sure,
put your mind to it, you can fucking make it happen. If your
maybe.
aspirations are big enough, I guess.
It's not aspirations. It's more a case of willingness, I think. Like, there's opportunities there. And a few years ago, we did look at, so this would have been 2020, late 2020, early 2021. And we were looking internally, and I had a real long conversation with my accountant about what we could do if we went down the VC funding route and looked at different things. It was just something we're exploring. Like, it was just an option that we were exploring. Ultimately, we decided not to do it.
The only end game for VC funding is you cashing out. That's it. There's no other. That's the whole point of like getting outside money in is musical chairs up until the point where you can finally get some money for what you initially put in.
Sure.
Alternatively, you could just run a business and make money.
The idea, I think, would have been because my accountant was very, very keen on it, and I wasn't keen on it. That was the ultimate play for it. But he was. I think he would envisage something like where Glorious has gone in terms of how they've grown and shifted from, or maybe Low-Free, how they're trying to do it as well, from just one guy to like a whole industry in and of itself. And like that is just absolutely not what I'm about. I came from big tech. I don't want to go back to that. I didn't want to be running a company where I was having my direct reports were, you know, VCs and doing a million different things, and all I did was make decisions. I wanted to be, you know, doing the packing, doing the QC, doing the shipping, playing around in my workshop, making the shit, you know, turning the laser cutter on and making things. That's what I wanted.
You want to do the keyboards.
It was a very conscious decision to not go down any other route and to kind of stick with what we know and vendor products and design our own shit. That was a really conscious decision early on, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But the opportunity was there to do different things, and just didn't speak to me. It didn't fill me with joy. The Mary Kondo thing, where it's supposed to, does it spark joy? It didn't spark joy, so we didn't look at it anymore, and we kind of shut that down. Yeah.
Hey man,
gotta make your choices, right?
Right. The great thing about this hobby, many great things, but something that brings joy are good keyboard friends, right, guys?
Absolutely.
I have a bonus one. Hey, dude, my segues have got a little better, bro. I know
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah. I could sit here and talk to you guys forever. 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever the fuck. I know I have a special like bonus, good keyboard friend of the week from myself, but I will read the user submitted one. But how do people? What is a good keyboard friend, Jay? I'll ask you. What's a good keyboard friend?
Someone who's interested in spending time in the hobby, I think, is probably the first criteria. Just someone who is here to try and understand more, who enjoys keyboards. If someone has a love and a passion for something, it doesn't matter what it is, to be honest. We're talking about keyboards here, but if someone has a love and a passion for something, and you speak to them and you can see that, I'm interested straight away. They're instantly a friend because I can tell they have passion about something. So if someone's like that with keyboards, then yeah, I'm there all day. But it could be anything.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. And Simon, how do people submit those good keyboard friend nominations?
I'd like to direct you all to one of the greatest websites ever made. It's called hugemeatbox.com. All right. If you go to hugemeatbox.com, very first link up top, I promise you, it is safe for work, it is safe for play, it is safe for church, it's safe for everything. Don't worry about it. Click the first link, all right? Click the first link, and that first link is a link to a Google form where you can tell us 3 things: who you are, who you nominate, and why you nominate them.
And for, excuse me, lose my voice. For this week's nomination, the nominator is Keypothecary, who has nominated so many people, and he's a good keyboard friend himself. The amazing Texan that I call a good friend, not just a good keyboard friend. And he is nominating, I think it's another Texan. His name is Shades. So Keypothecary writes, Shades continuously surprises me with how cool of a keyboard friend he is. If he doesn't already know the optimal way to do something, he will be the one to find the optimal way to do it. He also uses his connections in order to help people purchase some hard-to-get items, and he has helped so many people, it even has its own nickname. Details omitted to hopefully preserve his sanity. This based individual learned Chinese for fun and now uses it to help share information about Chinese keyboards in the pipeline. He has helped me out before, even with things outside of the hobby, and he constantly offers his help to friends when he can. Thank you for being a good keyboard friend, Shades.
Wow. Goddamn. Imagine learning Chinese for fun. Bro, I tried to learn Chinese like early on when I was getting into keyboards and talking to manufacturers and stuff, which they all use fucking Translate and can write English anyways. Doesn't matter. But I tried to learn some of the words verbally, and once I got to the point where I had to learn the standard A and the 4 other pronunciations of the letter A, making a total of 5 pronunciations of the letter A, and I sat there trying to hear the fucking difference between the last 3. I was like, nah. You know what? I'm cool, dude. Let me just speak English.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious, dude.
Hey, at least you tried, man.
Yeah. Hey, you made the Taobao guide, right? You helped. You made it, didn't you? You actually made it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a Taobao guide. It's not the Taobao guide. Like,
Yeah.
we have a Taobao guide of like how to buy keyboard stuff from China. This was before, everything was tariffed to shit. But hey, listen, even though there's no de minimis, it's kind of 50-50. Sometimes you just get a box and the box has the stuff in it and it's fine. And then sometimes DHL tells you, we want to charge you 300% fucking tariffs because we're DHL. And somehow this isn't illegal because America.
Yeah, tariffs are a killer right now. We've gone to a model where for US customers, we just charge a tariff at the checkout and then pay it for them, so they get it without any surprises. But even that's still crap because we still have to charge them the tariff fee. It's awful. It's awful.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Shoot. Well, Jay, who are your keyboard friends, or who is your keyboard friend nomination?
So this week I want to nominate Culain, who is a resident Australian in the UK. He has helped me out in more ways than he knows. He is a very, very good shoulder to listen to my tales of woe in keyboard vendoring. And he's always great with advice. And he sends me rum, so what's not to love about him. So yeah, I want to nominate Nick or Culain, as everyone calls him on Discord. So yeah, Nick, big love if you watch this.
Perfect. And I don't want to put you on the spot, Simon. Do you have somebody? If not, that's totally fine.
I don't. No, I didn't have anybody.
Okay.
I didn't have anybody. I'd like to thank James for not showing up to the Good Keyboard Friends podcast. By the way, like him and I have been like working. I mean, James has been super fucking busy, but he got involved with the CCRSEX for like no reason, just to be helpful.
No.
And he's just like, by default, I'm just like, okay, you do all this stuff that requires China, which is everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's the hard cases. It's the USB cables. It's the solenoids. It's like everything besides like the CNC and the PCB. Those were set.
If you need like an unlimited stash of C3 daughter board, just let me know because
So here's the issue: we designed a brand new fucking daughter board system that takes two solenoids and has built-in caps and allows you to do through-hole soldering for any cable that you want. So unlimited cable support with built-in strain relief, and we're going to open source it. So if you want even more PCBs, I could mail you some more PCBs, bro.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. My bonus before we end it, and I'll explain. I'll give a little backstory, and then I'll say the bonus good keyboard friend for me. So this has been a fantastic year. We started in May or April. And we've been so fortunate and blessed to not only have great guests like Jay and everybody else that has joined, but to have this core group, Simon, Tanghus, James, and I. I knew of Simon, as a streamer. I knew of Tanghus. I was more good friends with James, but throughout these 8 months, 7 months, we have grown to become amazing friends, not just amazing keyboard friends. It's fucking awesome. I visit Simon when I'm able to. We go to meetups. The lads are awesome. I have the greatest of times, not only when we record, but scheduling and talking and things like that. I am so appreciative of everybody that's come on, of Simon, Tanghus, and James, of you, the watchers, the listeners. At the end of the day, it's just 1 to 2 hours, maybe sometimes 3, of us hanging out, of us talking about what makes us happy in the hobby, of hearing other people's stories, just about enjoyment, and shining some positivity on the community. So
we can all use some positivity. Use some positivity. I'd like to thank Hubert, by the way, for like literally showing up and doing this, because like we all have shit going on. We all have problems. We all have life shit going on. Like, never assume that like just because somebody seems okay that they're fine. Everybody's got their own shit going on. So like, the fact that like we all still show up, we all still do this, even though like life exists in this day and age where a lot of people have given up, but we haven't given up. The important thing is to not give up, whether it be on keyboards, whether it be on friendships, whether it be on life. Don't give up, dude. Never give up. Just out of spite, never give up.
Out of spite, yeah. I think that's the
it's the reason why I'm still alive. It's just out of spite.
Yeah. I feel that. No, genuinely, I feel that. Yeah. I think that's a really good way of putting it.
I mean, with like the world in its current state, it seems like everybody in power just wants to, disillusion everybody. They want to make it feel like there's nothing you can do and everything is fucking pointless, but it's fucking not. It's all here. As long as you've got your community, as long as you've got your friends, as long as you protect those that are close to you and you take care of your friends, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. Amen to that.
Remember, we may have all different preferences, artisans, Topra, 40%.
40%.
And sometimes we make fun, just good-natured fun.
Sometimes people are allowed the wrong opinions. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're all in the same hobby. We should all stay connected. We all love the hobby in our different ways. So thank you so much, the audience, you, the watchers, the listeners, the commenters, the touchers, for making us, the Good Keyboard Friends podcast, a time in your week, sometimes twice a week. We really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And with that, we'll talk to you next time. So on behalf of Jae, Simon, Tanghus, James, and myself, have a good holiday season and talk to you next time. Goodbye, everybody.